Before this video begins, we would like to bring attention to the charitable organization Child's Play. Child's Play seeks to improve the lives of children in pediatric hospitals and other child welfare facilities through the generosity of the gaming community and the power of play. This is through the means of toys and games they donate to each facility. If you have any toys or games that you plan to throw out, feel free to donate them here instead. Please visit childsplaycharity.org for more information. Thank you.
Hello people, welcome to the first episode of Topic Thunder. That's what we're going with, bite me.
How do you do?
This is my co-host Matt. I am your host, or I guess co-host as well.
Two co-hosts.
Let's go with
The two co-hosts, Tyler and Matt.
We don't know if this is a permanent thing. We might be canceled in the second episode.
Tyler, Matt, Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler, Matt, Tyler.
No, actually it's Matt, Tyler. Okay, now we got the formalities out of the way.
Okay.
Hello, audience.
Okay, we got a Joe-ish Rogan setup here. Joe Rogan-ish setup.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
So I was sort of going with that. I really wish I knew how to work that, but whatever. So this is the first of many, probably not many episodes. We'll go as long as Justin is approving of it, since he is one of the big three. That's how he shall be referred to, as they will be referred to.
Yeah, as they will be referred to.
So basically, if you need an introduction why it's called Topic Thunder, unlike Justin's podcast, we will only talk about a specific topic for this video. Yeah. Jinx. What? So basically, why? Come on, it was true. We said it at the same time. Why can't you talk? Oh yeah, this calls me good. He can't talk, so this is perfect, because I don't know why it's perfect. Actually, I need someone to talk to. No, give me a minute. So basically, we will only be talking. Stop it. Hold it in. You can breathe, for God's sakes. And this is what I have to deal with. First of many, you can talk. Matt, speak.
Hi.
Thank you. First of many episodes to come, we will only be talking about specific topic.
I'll
kill
you later.
That is so mean. So we did have an episode before this, but unfortunately the quality was shit, so it didn't work out, and it wasn't even a worthy topic because it was Marvel and DC. So yeah, but we got that out of the way. So now, if you have any suggestions for us, if you even care about watching us, if you do at all, just let us know. If you have suggestions you want us to talk about, let us know. Today's topic: reboots and remakes.
Yay!
Yeah. Who doesn't love a good remake, reboot? Yeah. What is the difference?
Okay. So, Tyler and I were trying to figure this out earlier. And, well, through extensive research, and by extensive I mean one video, we figured out the difference. So, we'll start the video off by explaining that. Okay, so, according to the video we watched, a remake is a full-on, I guess, it's a retelling of the story. So, for example, the Karate Kid with Ralph Macchio and the Karate Kid with Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith. The one with Jaden Smith is a remake of the one back in the 80s.
What would you consider a reboot?
A reboot would be, I guess, taking a character, revamping it, telling maybe a different story, but I guess trying to, in a circumstance, reboot like a franchise. For example, Spider-Man went through Tobey Maguire, so you had the live-action Tobey Maguire Sam Raimi series that was back in like the early 2000s, and then got canceled and then rebooted, starring in 2012, starring Andrew Garfield, and then rebooted again, starring Tom Holland, officially in the MCU.
So
it'll be
sound like
taken,
So like Ben Affleck's Batman's a reboot of Christopher Nolan.
Yes.
Where Christian Bale's Batman is a reboot of
Joel Schumacher's Val Kilmer and George Clooney Batman. Yes.
And then he would be a reboot of
Tim Burton, Michael Keaton, yeah.
And so on. Okay, so now here's why we want to talk about this, because usually people hate reboots. They think it's almost like it shits on the original films itself. They rebooted V-Fall footage where they
Yeah.
remade Psycho.
Yeah, it was a remake.
It was a remake of Psycho with
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
Thank you. Vince Vaughn, and it didn't hold up.
No.
It didn't hold up. They
No.
disgraced the shower scene.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that
I won't
was
disgrace
bad.
because that's what it was. It was a disgrace.
Yeah.
It didn't hold up like the original.
Mhm.
That's one thing I don't get why they do remakes. Like, there's no absolute reason to remake it, but only to have a film with either color or modern day actors.
Well,
Sort of
I
thing.
mean,
Modern day is
well, why do they choose? Well, the reason why they remake certain films, and why we've seen like this overabundance of remakes and reboots lately, is because I think Hollywood might be running out of ideas, and so what they're doing is they're trying to take things that worked in the past, remaking it for a modern audience, and trying to make the same money and get the same impact off of the remake, trying to make money.
Yeah, see, I've had that thought too because there have been a lot of films that are not original, and if they are original, they're bad. And
Not all of them, but
not
yeah,
all of
some.
them, but enough of them. Like we know that like the biggest.
Like Jupiter Ascending, like the Wachowski twins film or whatever. That was original. It sucked. It tanked.
That's true. Like there's a lot of, even TV shows get remade all the time.
Yeah.
But not then. I don't think there's
Like
one
the
that-
new, like, I mean, I don't know if I would call it a remake or essentially, but the Lethal Weapon TV series.
That's true. Which that has been I've watched a few episodes with my parents. I'm not really into
Yeah.
it. Like it doesn't hold up for me. It just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Wasn't Hawaii Five-O once an original? Wasn't it a film or was it a TV series?
I don't know if Hawaii Five-O was. You might be thinking of Miami Vice.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Miami Vice was a TV series back in the day, and then it got turned into a movie.
And there's some series where they bring them back. Twin Peaks recently
Yeah,
came
Twin
back.
Peaks, but
it was not a reboot.
that was a sequel series.
See, I don't see, and
Another season. Sorry, I should say another season.
see, I don't see why they have. I don't like the idea of rebooting things. There's a lot of films I don't want rebooted. I have a list. I
Yeah.
do not want these films to be rebooted. Citizen Kane, off the bat, I do not want that film to be rebooted.
Yeah.
It is too good of a film, too original. It changed films almost, and we have yet to watch that in class. Speaking of class films, Some Like It Hot. I know Justin disapproves of it, but
That was a movie.
yeah, long story.
Well, okay.
It's I just feel like Marilyn Monroe is too good in that movie.
She's a very good actress. Yes.
I feel like I don't want it to be turned into a modern day film. I feel like that's a movie that should stay in the past.
Okay.
Like it just because I already said about this. If they were to make that movie again, I guarantee they place Marilyn Monroe with a Kim Kardashian.
No. Get out.
They might. You never
No.
know.
Well,
Like who are they?
If they were to replace Marilyn Monroe, you have to have someone with a certain I don't know, maybe you have to have someone with a certain same likeness or
With a
certain
voice
appeal
and a voice and everything.
and a voice and a good singing voice. So
It's just
it's off the top of my head, someone who can carry that. Maybe Amanda Seyfried. Maybe yeah. I don't know.
someone who can sing and act.
Singing, acting, because those are important parts to our characters. Someone who's, that character is very bubbly, very
She's very
naive, and you need someone who can easily play off of that in a likable way, in a charming way.
Yeah, like I always feel like some of the films that they did. Ever seen the movie Overboard
Overboard?
with Kurt Russell and
No.
what's her name? Never heard? Really?
Never seen it.
Okay, so I remember when I was a kid, my mom showed me that movie. It was a funny movie. Like what's her name? Her name is on the top of my head. Crap, it's gonna bug me now. Do you remember? Have you ever seen that movie she did with Matthew McConaughey? How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson, thank you. Her mother was in the film with Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
So basically, she fell off a boat. She lost her memory or whatever. Kurt Russell's character brought her in or something. it's like she was a spoiled rich girl on a boat. She fell off. Kurt Russell was like a servant or whatever.
Yeah.
He got fired. So when she lost her memory, he thought that was a golden opportunity to like, I think, use her or change her or something like that.
Yeah.
So they recently remade the movie. I think it started with Chris Pratt's ex-wife.
Oh, Anna Faris.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except I think it was the opposite. Instead of the girl losing the memory, it was the guy losing the memory, and she was the servant,
Okay.
and he was the rich one.
All right.
So she took him in and everything, but ultimately, in general, the movie was a disaster because I've seen that. You've seen this film, and you know they're just trying too hard to make it. Like, just trying to. What's the word? Like, they're trying to. What's the word?
Like, modernize it and make money.
In a way, yeah. Like they want it to stand like.
They're taking like we said earlier,
like if
taking ideas and
like if they made a better script, if the characters were actually better, like it just
they're just trying to take a past idea and relive off its success.
Pretty much like so the original film for me still holds up, and not only because I love Kurt Russell, but because Kate
Hudson is great.
Kate Hudson's mother, I forget her name.
Oh, I think it's Farrah Fawcett. Yeah, Farrah Fawcett. I think her mother's name is Farrah Fawcett. Yes.
I can't remember. Oh God. So anyway, like I like these.
Wait, no. Where's it Goldie Hawn? I think it's Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn. I think it's Goldie Hawn.
I don't know anymore.
I think it's Goldie Hawn. I'm like 90% certain
we don't
it's Goldie
know our
Hawn.
actors.
I'm 90% certain it's Goldie Hawn. That's her mom.
So anyway, like the movie was bad. Like a lot of remakes, they're bad.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only how many good remakes do you know?
John Trumper is the Thing.
But that's like back in the.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been modernized today. I'm talking about like.
It has actually. There's been one that came out. I think it started with Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I'm pretty sure. It was like back in the.
Cloverfield Lane or whatever.
No, it was like back in like the late 2000s.
8.
Maybe 2008, maybe 2010. I don't know the year, but I know there was another The Thing. I'm pretty sure. And I think it was with Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Oh, I can't remember.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
But there's certain movies that can't be remade. But the reason that movie, though it was remade from back in like the 50s or whatever, the reason it pulled up is because John Carpenter knew what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
He knew what he was doing with the effects, the makeup.
Exactly.
The effects, like everything. Like, where's Ricky when you need him?
Yeah. So it's like we're not 100% like against it. It's more like there's just been a bad history with remakes,
if they actually had a better script, actually knew what they were doing, then yes. Like you can't just copy and paste. Like you have to change things up a little.
Yeah.
Like usually they probably have, like they have, but.
Yeah, like the argument always goes like, what's wrong with showing them the original?
Yeah. Like I have no problem with going back to a 50s movie. Like if I like.
Exactly. I mean that's what we're doing with film class. We're watching like. These movies that were released
like for
back in the black and white days.
Like we recently know that they're remaking Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Yes, which
is an animated film.
Which was also an animated film back in the 60s.
So all the work that Jim Carrey went on with the makeup for everything, we're just gonna say no, fuck that. We're gonna animate it instead for these new kids. I would show my kids the Jim Carrey film. And even the old cartoon.
I would show. I mean, like I would just show the original 66 one because I mean that's a Christmas staple. It's shown at Christmas all like through the holidays all the time.
Same with there's another film like I'm glad they haven't rebooted. It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep.
That's another one. I'm glad they haven't changed that because it's a good film. It's a good film. White Christmas. I know we're talking about Christmas movies, but that's because
I mean again that's a traditional Christmas movie right there.
A Christmas Story with
Yeah, I don't know who the actor's name is, but yeah.
Ralphie. I know the kid's
name.
name.
I know the kid's name's Ralphie. Don't know the actor's name, but yes, the movie.
Christmas Vacation. Do not touch that movie.
Especially after what happened with Chevy Chase, I don't think they will.
No, probably not. But like that was a movie like we watch all the time, like growing up on Christmas. Every Christmas week we watch Christmas Vacation because it was like it was a funny movie.
I mean, technically speaking, they did try to do a
vacation movie.
Yes, and what happened with it? It turned out terrible.
Turned out bad, yeah. If we're gonna talk about remakes, I don't think this counts as a remake, but the new Halloween, that's not exactly a remake. It's continuation.
I think it's like a separate story. I don't know if it's a
Like,
And you could count it as a reboot, because maybe it's trying to spark.
I think Justin and Liberty were talking about this, that it's continuing from the first one or the second one.
Yeah.
The first one, because the other films didn't happen apparently. So that means
So it's a reboot.
Jane Curtis's character and Michael are not related.
Yes, so it's probably it's technically a reboot.
It's the true continuation of how it went, supposedly.
Yeah, so it's a reboot. You can call it a soft reboot. That's also another term we learned about. So it's almost it'd be like keeping the same. It'd be like continuing the story but changing it a bit up, like staying along with the same story. So that would be a soft reboot because they're keeping the same characters.
Like when you look at the Man of Steel movie, like that was a reboot of
That
Christopher
was
Reeve's Superman.
Yeah, that was a reboot of Christopher Reeves.
So
Actually, it was technically a reboot. Technically a reboot of Christopher Reeves and Brandon Routh because Brandon Routh's character played Christopher Reeves Superman.
But it was a continuation of Christopher.
That's what I'm saying.
So.
He played Christopher Reeves Superman essentially. So it's a continuation off of that. Yeah, or it's a reboot off of that. I should say.
So there's this. I feel like part of me doesn't want like when you look at the Mad Max movie. Like that wasn't. You almost want to think of that as a reboot, but at the same time, it feels like a sequel. Because the way, well, like when you look at it, like it's like all like when you look at the original Mad Max movies, it's like it's in the desert, but it's not like I looked in Fury Road. It looked more like Australia.
I mean, that's probably where they filmed it, right?
Yeah, they were still there weren't like war boys like witness me. E. Morton Joe, whatever the guy with the mask. Like you didn't get that. Even the trucks alone, like the vehicles weren't as like ready for combat. They weren't as heavy as they were in the original George Miller Mad Max film. But then when you get to Fury Road, it almost feels like a sequel because Max's family's still dead. He has his car, like his famous car from the originals.
Yeah.
But when you look at like the surrounding the location, like this almost feels like a different movie entirely.
Yeah. So I guess
like it's like I think it is.
And also I could be wrong, but like wasn't also like Max himself, he wasn't very talkative, and if my memory serves me, didn't he talk a lot more in the originals?
In the original, yeah, he talked a lot more, but I think it was also because in Fury Road he's more of a broken man.
Yeah, so if you were to take it off of, you could say that years have passed and this is an older Max, or you could
Or more corrupt.
Or you could argue that it is a reboot and it's a revamped version of the character.
That could be true. See, it's hard to know, but that's one thing I like about it. Like you don't know, but it was such a good film. When it came to practical effects and even alone the special effects.
Oh,
like
yeah, especially the special effects and the stunt work too.
Yeah, like it was like when you see these cars getting just thrashed, like that's wasn't CGI. They were getting destroyed, and it was so awesome.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why it's called one of the best action movies of the past decade.
It really is. Like, it's a mixture between a blend of CGI. People say there was no CGI in it. No, there was CGI in it.
Yeah.
You could tell the sandstorm scene was CGI.
Yeah.
But when you look at like a blend between CGI and the practical special effects, like it works so well. Like the cars flipping over. Like I'm glad that wasn't CGI because it wouldn't have looked that good. The cinematography for it, like how to get those shots. I want a job for that right there.
Yeah.
If that's what I'm signing up for, yeah, I'm in. So, like, it was a good film because the story may have been like a Mario Kart sort of thing. You go from one end to the other.
Yeah.
But in the end, like it's.
But I mean, it's another death race scenario.
The thing about this movie, like, you remember it because of how good the action was. You don't remember it because like Tom Hardy's acting, Charlize Theron's acting.
I mean, Charlize Theron is. I mean, you kind of remember for Charlize Theron.
She did lead the film, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a great actress.
Yeah, she's amazing.
But like when you listen, even some of the lines like "What a lovely day," "What
Yeah.
a lovely day," or "Witness me." So there's that, and Death Race. Like that was a bad movie, and they continued it with sequels.
Yep. Even some that were direct to DVD.
Like I watched the first one with Jason Statham. Was it Jason Statham?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure even then that was a remake. Because I'm pretty sure there was one before that.
I don't know. Like there's a movie
There's yeah, there's Death Race. There's Death Race 2000, I think it's called.
Point is, there's a death race.
Yeah, just
like it could have been what Fast and Furious wouldn't be, but it wasn't.
and even then they did a soft reboot on that because the Fast Five is
They completely
Fast
changed-
Five is different than
After Fast and Furious, technically the second one,
yeah.
it went a huge different direction.
That's what I'm saying. It was like a soft reboot.
Like I would say the third
Like
one, but the third one
shit.
was in Tokyo. It didn't have any of the characters. in
Yeah,
Tokyo.
that one was more focused on racing than actually.
So in a way, the third one was the last one. When we got to the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh, it didn't feel like the original Fast and Furious, where they're just going to the streets, they're racing, watching out for cops.
Yeah.
Like this felt like this was action shit, and then you got the FBI siding with Dom
Yeah.
because he's a good racer apparently. Although it was like my favorite is Fast and Furious 7, not only because of the Paul Walker ending, but also because it's just a good
Yeah.
movie.
I have yet to see 6 and 7.
God damn it, man.
Hey,
No, that's okay.
but if we were to talk about the favorites in that franchise, Fast 5.
It was one of the best ones, that's for sure. Yeah.
Out of the ones that I've seen so far,
It is,
Fast
yeah,
5 is
it was-
easily.
Yeah,
But what is worse, Too Fast, Too Furious, or Tokyo Drift?
Too Fast, Too Furious. I like Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I like it.
Bow Wow's character is actually pretty fun.
Yeah, Bow Wow. Oh, Bow Wow.
Bow Wow, yeah,
Like Mike.
yo, yippee yay. Yeah, like Mike is great.
Like Mike. Did you know they made a second one?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I only know they made one. Oh, good.
Oh, speaking. Oh, I don't know if you would call this. I don't know if this is warranted to be called a sequel, a reboot, or a remake, because I don't know how they're gonna do it. Space Jam 2 is happening with LeBron James.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
As long as we get the intro. Welcome to the Space Jam, Space Jam. I'm ready for that.
Okay. There's one thing they could do that I would. There's one thing they could do to make it different than the one with Michael Jordan.
Don't have LeBron James extend his arm to the basket.
I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say have LeBron be the villain.
Who? Then who'd be the hero? Bill Murray?
Maybe. I was gonna say Bugs, and then you can have the monsters come back because the monsters are technically good guys now.
I would love to see the
So you have to have the monsters and the Looney Tunes team up against LeBron James.
Yeah, I would love to see
And the
that.
and the Lakers or the Cavaliers or whatever.
I
team
want
he's on.
Michael Jordan to make an appearance, just a slight appearance,
Yeah.
like he's just there in the stands cheering them on or something.
Because in the original with Michael Jordan, the whole story point was it was basing off his real life transition into baseball.
Yeah,
And so are they going to joke with LeBron taking his talents to Looney Tune Town?
What is Michael Jordan? He tried baseball, I guess. Was that a real thing? Where
Yeah,
Michael Jordan?
that's a real thing.
What has LeBron done? Has he just done basketball?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's just done maybe football back then, but I think his main thing's always been basketball. But you could, like I said, you could play off the idea of him taking his talents to Looney Tune Town, or taking his talents to South Beach, or taking his talents to LA.
See, I don't know how they're gonna do this film. I don't know if it's gonna be exactly like the original. How is it gonna work? I don't know. I feel like we're getting too deep into this film for a Looney Tunes film.
All right, back on track. Tangents, everyone. Don't you love them?
So this isn't a remake, is it? This isn't. This
I
is
don't-
a continuation.
I think it's a continuation, but we don't know
So,
until.
So are we gonna see
We don't know if
Doesn't
they
the
if they made a reference to Michael Jordan and the past thing that happened. If there's any reference to it, then it's a sequel.
Because in the first one they couldn't play basketball.
Yeah.
So Michael Jordan had to teach him. So in this one they had to be taught again. That's I've seen that.
Yeah. So it's probably a sequel, but
Well,
if they're trying
Space
to,
Jam 2, so.
but you could also say that it's a reboot because they're trying to restart the franchise, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know what to think of it.
Because in a scary world, this could lead to Looney Tunes with Sidney Crosby playing hockey, or playing soccer with David Beckham or something like that.
Oh, poor Sidney.
Poor Sidney Crosby.
We don't talk about Sidney Crosby.
He's a good player.
He has
He's
moments.
a good player.
He has moments.
Sorry, tangents, everyone. Don't you love him?
But LeBron James, you wouldn't think, I've seen the guy, if you see, if you see his interviews, he's not, mean. He doesn't look mean. He's not like, Marshawn Lee is no, not Marshawn Lee. Marshawn Lynch. He's a football player. Like he's not like him. Like, but when you see him on the court, like he's fairly good. Like he is a good player.
He is a good player.
But his teams, like I think most of his teams that he's played with, like they're not good. No. Like Stephen Curry could have been. Could have been in the movie, but I guess LeBron James has a bigger name.
Yeah, way bigger name.
Okay.
All right, back on track to reboots.
We went to basketball.
We went to Space Mountain, everybody.
Yeah.
We went to a different planet.
Oh my god. Okay. So you were telling me earlier today that someone was actually planning to wanted to reboot the Star Wars franchise.
It wasn't a
remake the Star Wars franchise.
Yeah, this guy. This guy on YouTube. He was basically, he was saying like he wanted to reboot it was the prequels specifically, and how he would do it differently.
So how would he change it?
First of all, it would skip the whole Anakin being a kid thing. He would start off as already like a Padawan.
So basically,
and it would
basically Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, except it would focus more on Obi-Wan, and I guess Obi-Wan wanting it'd be almost like an Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul kind of scenario.
See,
but it would also linger, and it would also focus a lot more on Obi-Wan and Anakin being friends and having a lot of those moments, because if you look at the whole trilogy, you only see them as acting as true friends once, and it's right when they say goodbye in Episode 3.
Actually, that's pretty true. That's one thing that I sort of stumble upon when I watch the prequels.
Because it's usually either Anakin complain about how he hates Obi-Wan,
like in the second
one, or it's Obi-Wan complain about how Anakin is just so much trouble.
So in the second one, like when he's talking to Padme.
Sounds fun anime.
I'm waiting for a Star Wars anime, for God's sakes.
There is a video that shows it. It's pretty cool, actually.
I know, it's pretty like a fan made Empire Strikes
Back
sort of thing. Oh, it's so good. When Anakin's talking to Padme, he's talking to Padme, complimenting Obi-Wan. He's as wise as Master Yoda, as powerful as Master Windu. And then the next minute on Tatooine or whatever, he's Obi-Wan. He's jealous. He's holding me back. I know. So like 1 minute he's friendly, he's kind to him. Next minute he's chirping him. So
yeah.
So like it was all over the place. And again.
He does that.
And then again Anakin or Obi-Wan talking about
how
like,
Anakin is a problem child.
So that was So I get one thing I did like about Phantom Menace was Qui-Gon Jinn. I like Liam Neeson's character. Probably because I like Liam Neeson.
Who doesn't?
So here's the good things that came with the first one. Duels of Fate.
Yep.
Liam Neeson, Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
But Darth Maul. And I think, that's it.
Actually, there is one more.
Jar Jar.
Yes, Jar Jar.
Jar Jar.
He's not Jar Jar Binks. God damn it!
It's myself my face
now. No, I was gonna say, even though he is technically reprising his role from the original trilogy, Ian McDiarmid, he plays Palpatine.
Yeah, actually he was getting that. Like, one thing I love about the prequels is the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack's good. Prequels.
I love, as we already mentioned, Duels of the Fates is amazing. The final battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan, the soundtrack for that scene is my favorite. Very good and emotional, and it captures the emotion in that scene.
That is literally my favorite Star Wars soundtrack.
Yeah.
Next to, I think, Darth Vader's theme.
The Imperial March is good.
Like, one thing I liked about Rogue One was how they introduced Vader. Like the way the music set it up, like the then it started to do the Imperial March.
Yeah, I liked the. There were a few scenes in Rogue One I really liked, and most of them pertain to Darth Vader.
Every scene with Darth Vader.
Every scene with Darth Vader is fantastic, especially with I forget who. I think it was Krennic. Krennic was his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Director Krennic.
Yeah, Director Krennic. When he goes to what I'm pretty sure is Mustafar.
Yep.
Yeah, when he goes to Mustafar to Vader's castle is what it's actually called.
Yeah.
And you just see him sitting in the circle, and then all of a sudden the door opens, and all you see is the silhouette of the shadow of Darth Vader, and he's just towering over him,
Nice.
and you're just like, oh man.
I mean, like, yep, that, yeah.
And even then, like,
you can't. I feel like you can't do an introduction. Like Rogue One's introduction to Vader was perfect.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite introductions to any character ever.
Yeah. And that scene.
In that scene.
That scene. We all know the scene, but also.
Okay, but no. But
Also, Tarkin, like when he's just facing the window, looking at the Death Star, just him facing it, like that was just perfect shot wise.
It was good. Like I know people like to chirp about CGI, but no, I thought the CGI on him was good. And the more the movie went on, the more I was more impressed with it. Like like people say like it's shitting on the actual actor. I forget his name.
Damn, name is escaping me too. Anyway, but he died though. So.
Yeah, he died obviously. Like he died, but people are saying like it's disrespectful to bring him back. I doubt.
But it's not disrespectful because you needed him for that. If you were to do the movie that was about like right before episode 4, you kind of need Tarkin.
Yeah, like I don't. Him. I think if the actual actor if he was still alive and was asked to come back to play for Rogue One, I bet he'd say yes because there's nothing wrong.
If he had the energy, yes.
There's nothing wrong with Tarkin.
Yeah.
Like if they asked him to do like a stupid role, like a comedy role, like if it was like a Star Wars like comedy or whatever, like a parody. If it was like a parody of Tarkin.
We already had that.
Which one are we talking about here? Talking about like Last Jedi.
Oh.
Attack of the Clones.
Holiday special.
What?
You don't remember the holiday special?
I don't remember the holiday special.
We don't talk about it. I guess I already brought the holiday special.
What is the holiday special?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
It's horror. It's a horror for the eyes.
Is it like a fan film?
No.
It's a parody though?
It's real.
Is it a parody? Is it Robot Chicken?
No, it's not a parody.
What is it?
It's real. It's with the real Star Wars actors. They decided to make a holiday special about Chewbacca's family. However,
was this an SNL skit?
No, it might as well have been. It was terrible.
Okay.
It was pretty much live theater.
Oh.
But it was like filmed live theater almost, but it was terrible.
Okay, so moving on from that, like when if Tarkin was asked to do something like that, they'd probably say no. It's not worth my time. Like Tarkin is a character that I think in his time, I think fans liked, or he was recognized for. So I think he would be thankful for that.
Yeah.
Maybe. Like I know he wouldn't want to. Like when you look at I would hate to be constantly recognized as this one particular character, even though I've done hundreds of other roles. Like look at
Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe.
Yep, he's no matter how many films he does, he will
be
still
Harry
be
Potter. So be Harry Potter.
Emma Watson.
Yeah.
Granger.
Rupert Grint will still be Ron Weasley.
Every girl.
And
school.
Also Draco Malfoy. Every single big character in that is. Actually, this brings up a good point. My friends and I were watching How to Get Away with Murder.
And Viola Davis one.
Yeah, and one of the characters in that was from Harry Potter, and his name was Dean Thomas. And
is that the black kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so whenever he came on screen, I'm like, that's Dean Thomas. And I'm like, wait, no, that's the character's name from Harry Potter. Just goes to show.
Yeah, he was in all of them, wasn't he?
Most of them, yeah.
He was just like an extra.
Yeah, he was a side character.
Side character, yeah.
Because he does get a bigger role as it goes on. Not as big as the other ones, but like he's one of those guys where you're like, yeah, I know who this guy is.
Monsieur Neville Longbottom is now completely different than how he looks. He is fit.
Mm-hmm.
Jacked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and Daniel Radcliffe, I haven't seen
Tom Felton, another one.
Tom Felton, I know, was in The Flash.
Yes, he was in The Flash. He was also in Planet of the Apes, the one with James Franco.
And I haven't seen him since. I don't blame him, like it.
Yeah.
Like Harry Potter was like a lot of the actors I saw in Harry
Yeah, like
Potter.
that
You
was
don't see
a
them
big.
anymore.
Yeah, exactly. That was a big. Well,
Like,
a lot of like Daniel Radcliffe's in theater right now, so that's where he's.
Well, Daniel Radcliffe he was the main star actor, so
Mhm.
he's gonna keep it. But you look at Luna Lovegood.
Yeah, they're really living off the Harry Potter fame for a while.
Even Ron, I don't see him. Actually, I think Ron is in Billions.
Really?
I think it was, I don't know. I saw a poster with Ron, so I can't remember what it was. But like, there's so many. So moving on.
Yeah,
I wouldn't like. So what were we talking about? We were talking about Tarkin from Star Wars, and we moved on to Harry Potter.
And the whole thing was about reboots and remakes. So I guess
we're
lot
still
of
on that.
cut.
We're still on that technically, because because in a way, Rogue One is remaking New Hope.
No, it's not remaking New Hope.
It's changing a few facts, because one of the biggest.
No, it's not. It's not changing a few facts. It's just adding them in.
But when he's like,
it's a prequel to A New Hope.
Because the biggest joke of New Hope was that little hole.
It's a pre-sequel. It's a pre-sequel.
But the biggest joke of New Hope was that little hole in the Death Star.
I like the reason. I like the reasoning behind it.
Well, because Rogue One
Revenge.
explained it.
It was revenge.
Yeah, Rogue One explained that. But in the
original, it was like, why was it
Why
there?
was there a hole there? How would they not seen that? They couldn't just cover that hole.
Mhm.
So, like, was it an air duct? They didn't give an specific.
It was a purposeful revenge tactic, and it was
So that's
a good explanation.
That's one thing I liked about Rogue One, and the ending, like when they killed off the main characters, like I honestly didn't expect that.
Okay.
Like I know they weren't in the original series, but like I thought they just vanished. The rebels put them in hiding or something.
Okay.
I didn't expect them to get killed off. What are you waiting for? All right.
Nothing.
Do you want to talk about the scene, since we're at it?
Just
that
beautiful.
Scene was the best thing I've ever seen.
That was like if we're talking scenes in Star Wars, that's easily top 10, top 5 scenes.
Easily top 10. Actually, probably number 1 for Darth Vader moments. Besides the Empire Strikes Back movie.
Yeah, like just the whole fight between Luke and Vader is a top Vader moment.
It really is. Like it shows just how Vader works. Like,
yeah, like just how his mind works, how he gets shit done.
When you see that scene in Rogue One, I like how it's always referred to as the scene.
That's because everyone knows the scene.
The scene. Like it shows just what Vader's capable of. Like he stops a blaster with his hand. He cuts a guy on a roof with his lightsaber.
Just like the whole point of that, like you don't get a lot of I will say this, you don't get a lot of scenes in the original Star Wars movies like when that make Vader seem like just this monster, this guy that like everyone's afraid of. And I will say there's only one scene I can think of that did that, and that was the Cloud City reveal when he's sitting in the chair, he just pops and the door opens and he catches Han's blaster.
There's also the other scene where Han gets freezing carbonite, and he just the mist disappears, and then it just shows Vader.
Yeah,
like he's like terrifying, like the light reflecting.
Yeah,
on his
like
mask.
there's very few scenes, and that one blew all those away in spades because he just came off like a horror movie villain.
One of my favorite things that Vader did or said was in Empire Strikes Back when Luke enters, like he's like, the Force is with you, young Skywalker. Then you take a breath, and the way the camera shot at him, like, but you were not a Jedi yet. You were not a Jedi yet. I was like, and then, but
also, even though if it's just like, it just subtle like things, like in the fight between Luke. We always going back to the fight between Luke and Vader, but like where Luke hops, like jumps out of the frozen carbonite trap and is just hanging onto these wires or whatever, these pipes, and then he's just going at him and he said, "Impressive." And then he strikes him again, like, "Most impressive." It's like just the calmness in his voice as he's saying that. It's like,
one thing.
It's like, wow, you actually might be a challenge for once.
You can tell Vader was holding back. When he originally started, he fought with one lightsaber. Like he's 20.
Not that, but like he puts his lightsaber down like this when he's like, all right, you can't handle me.
And then his lightsaber slowly coming up as he ready to fight. Like it was so badass. Like it was just such a good movie. I think we'll have to talk about Star Wars another day because
we're gonna have a full discussion on all Star Wars.
We will. So if anyone's interested, but here's one thing I hate about fans: they want a Darth Vader movie. Why?
Darth Vader movie actually could be a good idea.
No, because Empire Strikes Back is technically his movie.
that.
And Rogue One is his movie. You can't deny it. He's the only reason I went to see that movie.
Just because he's the only reason why you want to say it doesn't mean it's his movie.
It is his movie. That's same proof.
That's the movie is titled Rogue One because it is based off.
He went rogue on the Rebels. That's why. He went rogue on the Rebels and the Jedi. That's why. He was the Rogue One.
He was the one rogue.
He was the one rogue. Okay, moving on. Oh my God.
Sorry, Star Wars for another day. Reboots, remakes.
Spaceballs technically counts as a reboot for Star Wars.
No, it does not.
It does.
It's a parody.
I'm still waiting for
a good parody.
I'm still waiting for Spaceballs 2 to search for more
money. No, Rick Moranis will have to come out of retirement for that because there's no way you can make that movie without Dark Helmet.
Oh, Mel Brooks. Stay away from his movies. All of his movies are genius.
Here's the deal. You can't remake. You can't remake parodies. You can't remake parodies.
You can't.
There's no way because otherwise they would have already remade Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the greatest fucking comedy of all time.
Okay, that's true. But one thing that
one of the greatest comedies of all time.
This thing like I hate to say this, but Blazing Saddles, you can never make that movie today.
In a different way you could, but not in the same culture.
It wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be the same. No.
If you were to.
You'd have to switch up the whole.
The End of the World Part 1 and only Part 1. He didn't make a Part 2 or whatever. Like that movie it's one of, Mel Brooks was a genius.
Yeah.
The fourth wall breaking, the humor, like he was so good.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
What was the other thing we were just talking about? We were talking about no, Mel Brooks. Once Upon a Time. Yes, if they were to reboot that, like you can't do that. You can't. Like
you lose the magic.
Yeah, like even if you so magically brought the original cast back, it'd be different lines, different plot. Like it would just be different.
And the problem with every single the problem with remaking movies that are already amazing is the fact that although they're remaking it because they know they can make money off of it because hey this was a success, we can remake it again. And
that's one of the reasons.
However, the problem is that everyone's going to see it as a cash cow and everyone's going to boycott because they're like, why are you making such a good movie?
See, that's the thing about remakes and reboots. It's mostly a cash grab.
It's greedy.
It's greedy. But you know, like, hey, kids, I saw this film. Do you want to see this film with color?
Exactly. Or like, hey, like this movie didn't do so well back in the day, but hey, like now that we have the technology to like make it better, why don't we do that? Try to make it actually a good film.
See, down the line, if they're able to make a black and white film just with color, like how today's movies look, like I'm talking when technology evolves, I would love to see that. Like I would love to see Citizen Kane with color. Like that would be a good thing to see. Even the original King Kong, I want to see with color. Godzilla, the original Godzilla, I want to see with color. I'm waiting for that's what I want. A remastered, not a remake, reboot, remastered. God damn it.
Yeah.
Just like video games. They reboot, remake them all the time.
Yeah, they actually do.
Again, didn't they remake Final Fantasy?
They're doing it with 7, yeah. They're remaking Final Fantasy 7. It's a full-on remake. It's a full-on remake because it's a new battle system. They're redoing the whole battle system, I think.
Right.
And the graphics are just like it's full-on like graphic upgrade. Shadow of the Colossus was a remake as well. It wasn't a remake. Yeah, the new one was a full-on remake.
I'm still waiting for a Prince of Persia game.
They might do it. I know they tried to reboot it a while ago, and that didn't go so well.
But to be honest, in a way, the Prince of Persia games weren't my favorites. I played it. I didn't like the mechanics.
Yeah.
God of War, in a way, that's in a way they're sort of rebooting it.
It's a soft I'd say it's a soft reboot sequel.
Because it's not in Greek anymore.
Yeah.
He's an old man.
He's an old man with a son.
The Greek gods are dead.
And now he's with now he's fighting the Norse gods.
So in a way, like it is a sequel, yes. But if you think about it, like it can.
You could consider it a soft reboot too, or like now that we're talking about, or like the BioShock, those were remasters though, but still like we're talking about how they you're talking about how they should remaster stuff like or let's transition to music. Like there are
they remakes music all
exactly. But here's the thing though, and here's the argument. Like and like I think we already covered this with John Carver's The Thing. Sometimes remakes are better than the originals. For example, Hallelujah by Jeff Buckley is better than Leonard Cohen's version. Hallelujah, yeah.
Well,
There are certain versions that are better. However,
when you look at The Sound of Silence by Paul Simon,
yeah, Simon and Garfunkel,
and then look at Disturbed's Sound of Silence. Like Disturbed's, for me, is 1,000 times better.
Really?
It's more impacting when you hear his voice. Like the impact, like it feels more impacting. It's more calm. It's more. It just feels more sad. You know,
I think I am okay. Well, this is the first time we disagree on something. I'm on the completely opposite.
Oh, it's war. Let's go.
I love Simon Garfunkel's version of Sound of Silence.
Like I don't
because
I'm not shitting on it. Like I still listen to that. Like for me, it's like
I think their voices are more complimenting, more their voices work better with the music that's like with like the instruments, the instrumentals, and I find when their voices work together with the instrumentals, it's very haunting.
It is like I'm not like disrespecting at all, but when you hear like the opening for Disturbed's song when it goes like dun, dun, dun,
yeah,
dun, like the piano alone, like and then unlike the first one, it goes like hello darkness, my old friend, like
yeah,
the Disturbed's version is very like hello darkness, like it's very like it builds up the tension in a way, like
okay.
And then there's certain key moments where he'll like and the people bowed and prayed, like he'll get like all like serious, like he'll get very like it's almost emotional in a way. I think about Paul Simon. What's his name? Sorry.
Simon and Garfunkel's.
Simon and Garfunkel's. I don't know why I keep saying Paul Simon. He did sing it for the 9/11 memorial, I think.
Well, because Paul Simon, I'm pretty sure, is in Simon and Garfunkel.
Is it?
Maybe.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Hey.
God damn it.
Okay, just Simon and Garfunkel. Simon and Garfunkel.
Like I do like their version. Like it was. It doesn't feel as sad to me. It doesn't feel as impacting. That's all. Like.
Well, that's you.
Yes, that's me.
That's me, and it's okay because people have differing opinions on it.
It's probably because I listen to sad music all the time. Like for Five Finger Death Punch, them being a heavy metal band, they have some sad songs. And they
lots of metal bands do.
Like Slipknot has a song. Like one of their a while back, an old friend of mine introduced me to Slipknot. One of their songs, "Till We Die," was about one of their bands. One of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard because it's about their friend.
Yeah.
It was just it was impacting. Like I like songs that are impacting. That's why I stay away from pop. That doesn't impact me. That makes me want to punch someone in the face. It gets me more angry than rock and
I can kind of agree. There are definitely some good pop artists out there. I'll give them that. Like, but I look at them in a different way. I look at them in a sense of like entertainment and showmanship value. Like I'm not the biggest fan. However, I have a lot of respect for Bruno Mars. Amazing showmanship.
No problem.
Amazing showmanship. Amazing voice. Good dancer. He can play the drums really well.
Yeah, he can. He's talented.
He is
where
talented.
Most of the people in the industries, no.
And you know why that is?
Auto tune.
They don't write their own shit.
No. Taylor Swift writes her own songs. Fuck you.
She does. So she did.
To a point.
She did. I don't know if she does anymore, but yes, she did.
She like.
And that's when I kind of liked her. However, I will say, "Shake It Off" is a pretty catchy and guilty pleasure song. Yeah, it's a catchy guilty pleasure song, and I'm not afraid to fucking admit it.
No, it gets catchy to a point until it gets absolutely annoying, and I want to punch someone in the face. But no, like with her song, "Look What You Made Me Do," like.
Oh, that, yeah.
In her song, she doesn't want drama. All she thinks about is karma. Bitch, you're creating drama.
Yeah,
right
she
now
does.
In this song. You crave it. Shut up.
Well, especially the whole thing with her exes and stuff.
Like, I don't know. Like, I liked Taylor Swift back. I think back when she was a country. She used to be a country singer.
Yes.
I liked her back then. Now she's too over the top. She's too much.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely music is a topic we'll have to talk about for another day. This is our first episode, so we're still trying to think of stuff. We have a whole bunch of stuff on our mind.
But we are talking about remakes and reboots, and there are remakes and reboots of like all different types of art. There's like remakes. There's remakes of movies, TV shows, video games. We talk about music. There's different.
You know Whitney Houston's "And I Will Always Love You."
Yeah.
That was a remake to. Oh crap! What's her name?
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton's song. Yeah, that she originally sang that song, and then Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Remade it or not remade it, just yeah.
Yeah, she remade it for a movie
and
too.
Then, so you know, and do you know the Offsprings?
Yes.
Do you know the song "Gone Away"?
Yeah.
Five Finger Death Punch recently did their version.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot.
When you look, what's another one? There's a few of them.
Yeah, there's a few. Alien Ant Farm. They were like a rock. They were like a alternative rock, almost close to metal, punk-ish band back in like the 90s, early 2000s. They remade "Smooth Criminal" by Michael Jackson.
Oh God.
Actually, wasn't too bad. It's actually not too bad. Michael Jackson's version is better.
Michael Jackson's
version
will always be better.
There's one person who you honestly cannot remake, and of course it's because it's parodies. Weird Al. He is a genius.
That's true.
However, you could say that his music is technically like they're parody slash. I know they're parodies, so I guess they technically aren't remakes, but
I don't know what they are.
I guess they're just parodies.
Yeah. Oh shit! I just had Chris Daughtry. Nuno's a big fan of him.
Oh, Daughtry, yes.
He's a big fan of him. So he recently did Evanescence song "Bring Me to Life."
Okay.
Evanescence is one of my favorite bands. I love Amy Lee's voice. So him doing that song, it didn't stand out for me, because Amy Lee's voice is more. I like artists that are impacting, like where they're able to hit the high notes.
Yeah.
And shit.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. So when he did the song, it was good. A lot more rock version, but it didn't stand out for me.
Yeah.
Katy Perry's "Rise"
Yeah.
was remade by another band. Like it's more metal version.
All right.
But it's a song I would use for a UFC debut. It feels more impacting. That's the word I have to
Speaking
use.
of Katy Perry, someone did. Actually, no. Someone did a. I think someone did a parody of. Not a parody. Sorry, not a parody. There's this like CD kind of like I guess grouping that they do. I think it goes like Pop Goes Punk. I think it's called. And they take pop songs and they turn them into more punkish.
Yeah, I've done that too. I've looked up.
There's
Taylor Swift's "Blank Space."
Yeah.
There's a version where it's more metal.
There's Katy Perry's Firework.
Yeah.
I think is one they did. There's
Dark
one.
Horse. Dark Horse,
Yeah.
is one.
Speaking of Bruno Mars, "Just the Way You Are." There's actually a good version.
Rock version.
Punk rock version stuff.
They
like
remade
that.
the song Havana.
Yeah.
There's a rock version of that. A lot more as soon as he gets to that Havana part, it's just Havana. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, there's a lot of like a lot of remakes. Yeah, there's a lot of remakes in music.
There's some it's not. I feel like it's not lazy. It's just because you're a fan, you want to share. You want to see if your voice sort of works better.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Okay. So here's the note.
It depends.
Do we view remakes of music differently than we do for movies?
Well, see, music can be both. Like going back to Sound of Silence, Disturbed treated that song with respect. That's why it's so good. Same with Offspring's Five Finger Death Punch, Gone Away. When you get songs like Katy Perry's Rise, like that one song was treated with respect. When you get artists that remake the song with the same title and sort of supposedly the same meaning, but they completely change the lyrics to more like a pop song, that's disrespecting it. That's not the song you're thinking of. That's just a different song entirely. So when you say, hey, like if you go on an interview show and say this song was originally from like this singer, but I remade it because like that's not, you're not taking the words from that song. You completely changed it. You're just trying to think of an excuse. So I feel like it's for music, for me, it's not bad. It's not a bad. Wait, it's not a bad thing. What are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything. You keep going.
Are you confused right now?
No.
Okay. Like there are people out there who say this, they got their idea from this artist.
Yeah.
But changed the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
So for music, I tend to like the remix because the ones I listen to are good.
Mm-hmm.
With movies, when I watch the remix, they're bad. If there was more good than bad, I would like the remix.
Yeah.
But we don't have that.
Exactly.
So I don't like remakes or reboots. Well, reboots is a different story because they've rebooted.
Rebooting is like it's revamping, just changing everything.
Because they rebooted.
Because they've rebooted a lot.
Especially with superheroes. More importantly.
Mainly with superheroes, yeah.
Only Spider-Man, Batman.
Spider-Man, Batman, Superman.
And
technically Hulk.
Yeah. I still like Chris Norton's better, but whatever.
Edward Norton, you mean?
Yes.
Did you get mixed up between Chris Nolan and Edward Norton?
I think I did. No, I like Edward Norton, Chris Norton, yeah,
Chris Norton.
Chris Norton,
and Edward Nolan.
Yeah, it kind of works.
Yeah, it actually does.
One of the things, like when you, the Joker, in a way, you look at him. His Christopher Nolan's reboot.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan's
it's a revamp of the character. Yeah.
Same with Jared Leto's Joker, which was entirely a reboot.
In the wrong way possible. In the wrong way possible. Most wrong way possible because.
And I guess if we're gonna count it, the new Joker film.
Which actually looks pretty.
Which
good.
looks so good so far. Like it's it's.
That's a.
I think if it works, it's different.
That would, yeah.
It's different because you don't expect a film like this to be made.
Also, here's one of the reasons why I am so like I am against the idea of a Joker solo movie. However, the idea of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker has me very excited.
See, when you first hear this line, like, why are they making a Joker movie? Then when you see pictures of the set, like, okay. Then when the trailer comes.
Did you see the set video?
I've seen all the set videos.
For the Joker film?
When he's off the train.
Yeah, that was great. That's Joker mannerisms.
See, when he
perfect.
If he has that makeup through the movie, I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that too. Because it looks creepy.
The way he walks, the way his facial expressions, like I'm fine.
It
like
works.
His movements, his facial expressions, I'm in. I don't care about the makeup anymore. I still want to see him falling into acid.
Like the one I've always said, Joker is more about the mannerisms than it is about the makeup. I mean, if anything, Dark Knight already answered that.
Mm.
Because when Heath Ledger's like full look came out, people were still kind of pissed with the casting. It wasn't until the movie came out that people said he was the best Joker.
I was sold.
And that's because of the mannerisms.
See, I was younger at the time the Dark Knight came out, but I was sold as soon as I saw the trailer. Like, evening commissioner.
I was sold when I heard the voice line where he's like, tonight thousands of people would die.
That was the first trailer, right?
Yeah, the teaser trailer. Yeah, my word.
Oh man, my word. Then he does the
Yeah,
laugh.
my word. And he has the laugh. And like when I heard the laugh, I'm like, because Joker's laugh is
It's
iconic.
iconic.
If you mess up the laugh, you mess up the Joker, and he got the laugh down.
And if we're gonna say, I don't mind Jared Leto's laugh. I don't mind that.
It's fine. Like here's the thing. I like it when it's like the trailer. It was better in the trailer because it was slowed down, so it was more menacing and scary.
Yeah, I know. I think.
However, they goofed him up when he straddled a guy.
Like when I first saw the trailer with him laying on his head, like
yeah,
I thought this Joker was gonna be metal. I thought he was gonna go ape shit all over.
I thought he was. I thought that I thought the tattoos were there for because that was on the day of the 75th Joker anniversary.
No.
So like when I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's just the 75th Joker anniversary. Nope, he actually has the damage tattoo on his goddamn forehead.
Yeah, I didn't mind the tattoos. I thought the tattoo was fine because I thought.
I was fine with the majority of the tattoos because like the Joker's had tattoos in the comics, especially when there was one when he was in jail and he has his shirt off. He is bulked up like crazy, and He has tattoos all around his. He has tattoos on his back and on his shoulders and on his arms. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. We've seen that in the comics before. The damage tattoo was the one I was pissed off about because I'm like, that looks goofy as hell.
Yeah.
And it was in the movie, and it pissed me off.
But see, I thought this Joker wasn't gonna be far from what we got in the movie. I expected him to be like, he was gonna, like, when he said, "I'm just gonna hurt you really, really bad," like, I expected him to be like terrifying.
I agree because the line, like, my favorite line from the trailer that they showed off was cut from the film, and that was, "I can't wait to show you my toys."
Like when he was smiling really, really bad in the movie,
Yeah.
he's not smiling. He's just, "I'm gonna hurt you really, really bad."
Yeah, that was a reshot.
And then I saw the movie, and then like I thought he was gonna go terrorizing Gotham. If the movie was Suicide Squad, I'm remaking the movie right now. If the movie was the Suicide Squad either going after the Joker or Deathstroke, I would have been sold. Anything's better than whatever the fuck that was with the witch.
Chantress and her belly dancing mentality.
That's where I think Liberty's loving this right now. That's the part. That's the part where it just didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Killer Croc, like the makeup for him, that was pretty good. That was good.
That was good.
Jack Courtney as Captain Boomerang.
He was surprised. Like, I'm not a big fan of him. He was surprisingly decent.
Like Jack Courtney was good. Will Smith was God, and Slipknot was surprisingly.
Will Smith was Will Smith,
and surprisingly, Slipknot gave him one performance. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
And I have seen him in other films too.
It was explosive.
It was explosive, mind blowing. So, but then the movie came out, and you get this gangster-like Joker, who I wanted to be fine with.
I mean, we've already seen a gangster Joker. Jack Nicholson's Joker was gangster.
Anyway, yeah, but done right. But him, like when he's like the Harley Quinn, the itch in my crotch.
I know.
From Harley Quinn, like.
Also.
What?
Also, one thing that, like, this is just me personally, but Joker and Harley are not a good couple, and so romanticizing on that, romanticizing on the whole abusive relationship that they go through is just.
No, they're an abusive relationship.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but the movie made it seem like it was romanticizing abusive relationships.
Right, I'm gonna remake this movie right now. So here's what I do. The opening of the film, I keep that, like where they're all in prison and all that.
Yeah.
Amanda Waller going like, we need the next Superman. Fuck that, because you're not gonna get next Superman with these people. Just say you need more security because you can't do their job, that you need these superheroes to do it for them. So what if you had these people paid by the government to take care of them, like villains? Like the villains are in control. Like you can still keep all that because that's what the comic was. I think that's what the comic was. Like they were bad guys serving the military because to do the tasks that agents can do or something like that.
Well, it was they wanted expendable agents.
Yeah, so I would keep that. For the villain, I would have had Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke. This would be the first film that
as the
features,
villain.
Yeah, and he's terrorizing.
However,
he's not.
Here's the problem with that though. Like, I guess maybe not so much a problem, but with the Suicide Squad we got, Deathstroke would just laugh and kill them off in 2 seconds.
Probably, but I changed those characters too. Like,
fair.
So instead, since Superman's dead,
yeah,
he's in Metropolis, and he's holding the mayor hostage. So he's asking for like money and all that, and he's got backup on his side, and his backup is a Batman villain. I'm trying to think of who it is. Like I don't.
Deathstroke's backup as a Batman villain?
Yeah, it's not Bane because I want to save him for like a further introduction.
That would be a kick-ass team up though. Holy shit. Bane and Deathstroke?
I think
that'd be unstoppable.
It'd be Deathstroke. Oh,
you could have Deathstroke. Ooh, you could have Deathstroke and Black Mask.
That could be
running the streets.
So I keep. So Deathstroke being the main villain. The Suicide Squad are tasked with stopping Deathstroke.
Yeah.
So Deathstroke has his own private army, a militia, that he keeps around City Hall and all that. So Harley Quinn and all of them, Harley Quinn, Deathshot and all of them, they're trying. The Witch.
Enchantress, yeah.
I don't know. I would take her out of the film.
I would take her.
I'd take her out of the film. I don't need her for this. I want, in a way, human. In a way, not like heavy superhero powered.
Like,
Because if you think about it, the only real
Yeah.
powered heroes are Diablo, El
yeah,
Diablo.
Diablo and Enchantress.
I'll take her out. So it'll just be El Diablo.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, well, I mean, like, I guess you could kind of kill a croc.
Well, he didn't. He's a crocodile. He's a man crocodile. Crocodile man.
Well, yeah, but still, I guess technically it's still super strength.
I guess, yeah, but I'm talking about like heavy powers, like
Yeah.
Enchantress.
Okay, yeah.
El Diablo I keep because I would. But the way like he said he's not going to use his powers anymore
Because he's afraid of killing.
And then Will Smith just taps him on the head like, you want to do something? See something? Fine.
Yeah.
Fuck that. No, I changed that too.
I would have like how they did it with the ending. I would have.
I would
Like,
change that.
I'd be like, he's about to lose his family, so he uses his powers to save his family instead.
And you know how you know how I love my fight choreographies.
Yes.
I would have the Deathstroke versus Deathshot versus Captain Boomerang
Oh.
versus the Suicide Squad, the most perfect piece of shit you've ever seen. I would show up.
But then you have Deathstroke basically just killing all of them because they don't stand a chance.
No, like I have Deathshot like work a plan, like here's what we do, sort of thing. And it's not, it's just, here. It wouldn't be the entire Suicide Squad. The other guys are doing whatever. Like
Yeah.
El Diablo wouldn't be there. He'd be saving the mayor or some shit.
Yeah.
So it'd be Deathshot, Captain Boomerang, Harley Quinn, Croc, and Deathstroke is beating the shit out of them.
Ooh, you could replace Enchantress with Killer Frost.
King Shark. He's a.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
But then you would have Killer Croc and King Shark, and that's not.
Okay.
You-
fine.
you should have
Fine,
one or the
Killer
other.
Cross. So and yeah, I have her be done right, not unlike the Flash. Fuck that show. Okay. Anyways, so that would be like that's what I do. I have Deathstroke the main villain, and that way, we know what his character is. So if we ever see him in a movie again, we can expect it'll be just as awesome in this film, and you want to see him again.
Yeah.
That way, like, because there was a movie, because a while back, a movie, Deathstroke movies was announced,
Yeah.
directed by the Raid
Yeah,
director.
which would be sick because Joe Manganiello is all up on that and he wants to do it.
And he wants to do it, but in a way, we don't know who Deathstroke is. The only thing we got was the Justice League post-credit scene.
Yeah.
That's not enough. So if they put him in the Suicide Squad film, we have an idea of who he is and what he's capable of. Suicide Squad, in a way, sets up Deathstroke. Deathstroke sets up Batman. And you put them together.
Well, yeah. I mean, like the original plan for Ben Affleck's Batman
Let's have Deathstroke as
was
well.
Deathstroke was gonna be the main villain.
And we have no idea. So
Which sucks because imagine the fight choreography in that movie. That would have been a godsend.
it would have been one of the coolest things. But it is what it is.
But however, I am very excited for Matt Reeves' Batman
Yeah,
because it's more detective based and we haven't really seen that in the live action.
He sent his first draft.
Apparently they loved it. Apparently they loved it.
But is that good? Because Warner Bros. God knows what they love.
Well, if they're trying to go in this new direction, I'm hoping this is the I'm hoping Shazam and Aquaman are then moving in the right direction. Shazam seems to be a good sign from the trailer.
Here's a major reboot. Aquaman. That's a major reboot right there.
Is it though?
It is. You've seen Aquaman.
Yeah, but I mean, he hasn't really been done live action wise.
Okay, should I say remake then?
Adaptation. He'd be a live action. He's
Okay, he's not just a guy who wears a green and green
well, yeah,
green
but,
pants and orange shirt and summons fish.
but yeah, but like they've already revamped him. Like
Okay, the Injustice
Like-
games, yeah.
no, I mean like even before that, like the comics, like Justice League Unlimited,
Yes,
Justice League animated series. Like he was a badass.
But
back
unfortunately,
then.
everyone will always remember the Aquaman that he was.
Yeah, because of the memes.
The memes, yeah. So when you see Jason, I think that's why they cast Jason Momoa. I think they just wanted to say Aquaman
I agree.
is not a bitch anymore.
Yeah, I agree. They cast him because he has that badass presence.
And Jason
And you
Momoa.
can tell with the way they cut the Aquaman trailer.
And Jason Momoa.
Permission to come aboard. Like, come on, like.
I like Jason Momoa. Like he's a beauty. Like he's just awesome.
He's a badass.
Oh, since we're talking about Jason Momoa, we talked about this earlier. They were planning on remaking The Crow,
Yeah,
And-
cast Jason Momoa.
and Jason Momoa quit, as did the director, because you said there's a curse.
I don't know if that's the reason why he quit, but yes, there is like the in the film community, there's like the joke of the scenario. I guess that if joke is the correct word, there's a joke of the scenario that the Crow movie is cursed because every single time that they've tried to make it, something bad always happens. When they like the original Crow starring Brandon Lee, he got killed in the middle of filming. He got shot with a I forget what it was. It might have been a 44 Magnum. I forget. Yeah, he got shot and died on set. They actually used the shot he died in the film, to my knowledge.
Do you think that was a good thing to do? Was actually use his footage? Actually use the footage of him getting killed?
I mean, if he got permission, sure, but like it all depends on, I guess, permissions.
So you think that he's haunting the Crow storyline?
And I think that is one of the things. Yes, I don't know if I believe it, but like I don't think I believe it, but that is what is going around. Like and yeah, like they've tried to remake The Crow several times, gone through so many directors, so many stars, like so many main actors that have that they've been they've been about to start sorry, writing and production, and then all of a sudden they just quit and say we're not doing this anymore.
I feel
lot of times, at least 3 times, I'm pretty sure.
See, I never watched The Crow, but I've heard it's like one of the most interesting movies.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good thing that they leave it because, do you think Jason Momoa had like a sign that made him drop out, or do you think he just dropped out?
I don't know.
Because
it's possible. Like I mean, like he could have dropped because the Crow movie wasn't moving forward, and there was no signs of moving forward, and he got a call for Aquaman. That could have been it.
Maybe. Yeah. So.
Like, that's, I mean, like that's the rumor going around with the whole Henry Cavill situation. Is like people are saying he's dropping out, like because.
Why did you have to remind me?
Hey.
I'm still trying to get over it.
Hey, I don't think it's real. I mean, there's been no confirmation or denial of the situation. However.
Then why was with all the headlines saying Henry Cavill was dropped out?
Clickbait. Clickbait. Also because it's clickbait. Also, like I said, it's rumors. Like there's rumors going around saying there's rumors going around right now that Ben Affleck dropped out, but there's no saying that he dropped out.
There was the big thing, like Henry Cavill's done. I don't know if that was a rumor because.
Yes, but then Henry Cavill responded.
We don't know what that was.
I think it was him trolling.
The smartest man alive could not figure that out.
I think it was him. Like Henry Cavill's known for trolling. I think he was trolling big on the situation and I think he's still Superman. Because if he was actually gone, that would have been him thanking the fans for all the years. If he was actually dropping out, because he wouldn't have, if it was real, he'd have been like, all right, I'll come out and tell the truth.
If there is a possibility where he does make a cameo in Shazam, excellent.
Also, here's the note. Like this is one thing. Like, what if all that was a publicity stunt? What if like that could have easily been a publicity stunt by WB to say Henry Cavill's out, and then what they're going to do is they're going to show off him in a cameo for Shazam, and then soon after announce MOS2. Because there's been talks because there's been talks already, like for the past while of the guy who did Mission Impossible Fallout.
Matthew Vaughn. No, Matthew Vaughn is a guy who wants to direct Man.
No, I know, but the other one is the guy who did Fallout.
I would love that.
And he worked already with Henry Cavill, so that is a possibility.
And then you got John Hamm, who's
excited for Batman. He's waiting for Batman. I'm
ready.
I am ready because, like, if you watch Mad Men, he's Bruce Wayne.
He's Bruce Wayne.
And in Baby Driver, we already know he can do action.
A more darker Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, and in Baby Driver, we already know he can do action.
Yeah. I just need to see Henry Cavill. That's pretty much it. Just to keep it.
Oh, he looks so good, Henry Cavill.
Well, those are fan art. I need to see it for real.
If
Ben Affleck can pull it off, If Ben Affleck can pull it off, he pulls it off.
Yeah.
But what would that mean though? Would that remake Ben Affleck's Batman, or would it be continuation of Ben Affleck's Batman? Like, what would it be?
Well, I think what DC has done, I think DC has scrapped the DCEU, or what we know as the DCEU, and they're going by Worlds of DC.
I wouldn't.
So even though it would suck for Ben Affleck's Batman to be gone, they could still continue with it. I mean, they did it with Val Kilmer and Joel Schumacher's.
See, I think
because George Clooney's Batman is a continuation of Val Kilmer's.
See, the thing is, do not treat things. I would not treat, if I was to make the DC universe, I would not treat it like it's a universe. I would treat it as if it's just an individual film.
Yeah, because and I think that's what they're going to try and do with, because the new moniker for them is Worlds of DC.
As far as I know.
Which seems like that's what they're going to try and do.
As far as I know, reboot the franchise with Aquaman. Have Aquaman be the first film, and you got Shazam.
Yeah.
And then you got Wonder Woman 2. Then you got, I think, the Batman next. So the Batman, then Green Lantern, no, Man of Steel 2, then Green Lantern.
Yeah, because Green Lantern's rumored for 2020 or 2022,
yeah.
I think.
And then the Flash film. And then...
oh, I love that expression.
And then, don't even do Justice League. Keep going with solos. Actually, then you can slowly start. Do Batman and Superman. Not Batman vs. Superman, Batman and Superman.
I would do like...
I call it Batman and Superman, World's Finest.
Or, you could do Public Enemies.
Yeah,
where Lex Luthor is the main villain, and you have because the whole point is like this is why like I think like what they should be doing if they do a Batman film, like have characters that are known for interacting with each other and having a known relationship in the comics and their history, have them in a way just show up randomly in say like in let's say MLS 2. Let's say do Man of Steel 2, and Superman is having is having trouble and he like not like just in life or whatever, and so like he goes to a coffee shop or like he's meeting a friend at a coffee shop and the friend happens to be Bruce Wayne and they're just sitting down having a chat, and like you get those friend moments, so like when they show like a movie, when they team up, when they have a Batman and Superman film, it's like, all right, we've seen their relationship, we know that they're friends, we've seen them being friendly and stuff like that. So when they have a team up and you see them fight for each other and fight to the death for each other, protecting each other, it's not out of nowhere, kind of like the whole Martha situation.
Yeah.
It's like it makes sense why they're fighting for each other, because they're best friends. We've seen this.
Yeah. That would have been good.
We've seen how they interact with each other.
Yeah. But like people like to say Zack Snyder was a good director. Like he is a visionary director, but here's the thing. He's not.
Okay, now we're on the whole.
I have to talk about Zack Snyder because he's a
I think this could fit in the reboot. Like how would we change?
This is a reboot.
Yeah,
I told you.
the rebooting the DC universe.
We're talking about reboots. This is what we're talking about right now.
We're rebooting the DC universe, people.
Yeah, talk to that camera.
People, rebooting the DC universe. That's what we're doing here.
Basically, Zack Snyder fucked up as soon as he made Dawn of Justice.
Yes.
I don't care if the Ultimate Edition's better. It is better, yes. But the Dawn of Justice theater version still happened. And the thing is, even with the Ultimate Edition, it's still boring. It is boring.
There are still glimmers of hope. Here, I can still watch.
Here's why
I can still watch BVS
more than Justice League.
More than Justice League, because there are still there are more glimmers of hope, in BVS than there is in Justice League.
Okay, I'll tell you.
BVS, the party scene with Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent, when they're talking back and forth to each other, there is general tenseness there.
Yeah.
That's a tense scene.
I'll tell you the best.
And that is great. That is really well written. Then you get Justice League, where you get Batman making jokes.
Yeah. But in a way, Batman has made jokes in the comics.
Yes.
He's sarcastic.
But he's sarcastic, or he's he uses dry humor, or dull humor, or he uses or he's okay, we talked about Lethal Weapon. He's I'm too old for this shit. That's Batman style humor.
Here's the Batman.
He's not the kind of guy who says oh, something's bleeding. Yep, something's definitely bleeding.
Well,
that's not Batman. That's Joel Schumacher Batman.
Okay, well
that's bad.
So I didn't mind that line.
I hated that line. That was the thing that pissed me off.
I still would have put that in. But here's the one part of Batman I didn't like. when Superman returns,
Oh, yeah.
and he has the biggest smile
Oh,
on his
yeah.
face.
He's like, I love you too, buddy.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
He's like, I love you too.
So
man.
I told you about this.
Oh.
I told you about this.
Another piece of humor I hate from Justice League that I would totally take out and change. The scene where Flash falls on top of Wonder Woman. That was cringe. I was cringing. I was like, oh god, no. It was so uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable. So like.
Let's go with that though. I'm just kidding.
No, I know, but like that was just like. It felt like they were sexualizing Wonder Woman in that sense where he was literally on top of her. It was like, why?
There were a lot of scenes that I really wish.
You had a sorry.
No, go.
I was gonna say you had a somewhat funny scene in there already where it was Aquaman sitting on the rope.
The rope, like that was
kind of funny.
That was funny. Yeah, like it did. Actually, I think that did happen in the comics too. So.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. You were saying.
No. What was I saying? No.
Now I'm stiffed.
No, shut up. Now I'm still waiting for the Snyder cut or whatever.
There are so many rumors that exist.
But I made my own Snyder cut. I told you about this.
Yes, you did.
I changed a few things, not everything, because
it was for BVS, right? Or
Justice League. Batman vs Superman can stay. Justice League had to be changed. Justice League.
But
Here's what I changed. Okay, so.
Yeah.
There wasn't much I could change. I only did what I could. So the two deleted scenes that were taken out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know which one I'm talking about? Where Superman goes and gets the suit.
Yeah. And there's one where
he talks to Alfred.
Yes.
I put those two in the film.
Good.
I took out Danny Elfman's soundtrack and replaced it with Hans Zimmer's.
Yeah.
Because it's better. It feels more.
Mm-hmm.
It works for this Batman, for this Justice League.
Yeah.
For these heroes.
Danny Elfman's has a lot more callbacks.
That's what I hate about his soundtrack. It was all copy and paste technically. It was just a remake of his old music. I heard the Superman theme in there. I heard the Avengers theme in there. I heard the Batman theme in there, obviously. I heard the Spider-Man theme in there. I heard his music in here.
Yeah, that reminds me of Doctor Strange, where all I heard was the Star Trek soundtrack.
There's that too. But like, so that pissed me off because I do love Tim Burton's Batman theme. But it doesn't work for this Batman. And when I watched an interview with Danny Elfman, like, what would you say? A question was asked, like, what would you say is the Batman theme? What would you say is the best Batman theme? He's like, best. Like, there's only one Batman theme, and he's talking about Tim Burton's theme.
Which was his.
Yeah, so he's like, that's the 1989 Batman theme.
Which was
Bitch, no. So the Dark Knight theme was not a Batman film. Hans Zimmer's film was not a Batman film. Even the Val Kilmer Batman theme was not a Batman theme. Like, okay, yes, you had good music, but come on. The Dark Knight, for fuck's sakes. God damn it, Hans Zimmer. And he made the Spider-Man soundtrack too, which was like, oh, yes.
The Spider-Man theme song still to this day,
Will
that one.
That opening
is still, I still consider it one of, like, top 3 favorite superhero theme songs.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I would say it goes John Williams Superman.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't know, like I just feel like it's just so uplifting and so great.
It's very iconic.
Yeah, it's very iconic. I would put Danny Elfman's Batman in there because it is the staple for the Batman animated series one.
Yep.
Actually, I'd put Batman animated series. That version. And then I'd do Spider-Man.
So
Actually, I put Spider-Man number 2.
Danny Elfman also made the.
I put Spider-Man number 2 actually.
I like the first one more, I think.
No, I meant like for number 2.
Oh, okay.
Danny
Elfman. I think Danny Elfman also. You remember the 2003 Hulk?
Yeah, the one with Eric Bana. Yeah.
Do you remember the theme for that? Like the
No.
No. There was music in that, like the music for that movie. I liked it. Like the main theme. It was good. I heard that in the Justice League too. I was so excited for the Justice League film because he made the Spider-Man theme. He made the Batman theme. I didn't want to copy paste. I was so ready. I was like, you know what? You may not be Hans Zimmer, but Danny Elfman's made some good shit.
Yeah, he has made some good
and
shit.
then I listen to Challenger, I'm like...
But that is a lot.
I played Sound of Silence, and I played Sound of Silence from Watchmen.
That's a good opening. That's a good...
Watchmen! They're remaking that. They're making a TV show.
What is Sound of Silence in Watchmen?
Yeah, remember the comedian's funeral.
Right, yes. You're right. Sorry, I was thinking of The Times They Are Changing.
Oh yeah, that's it.
The opening.
We'll
the
talk,
opening
we'll
to
talk
Watchmen,
about that.
which is brilliant.
We'll talk about that in a second. So,
yeah.
Anyway, so I remade Back to Justice League. So Danny Elfman's out. I put Hans Zimmerman's back in. The last fight scene, I color changed it. It's not orange. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's not orange anymore. It's a purple.
It's the blue.
It's a purple bluish color.
All right, so the original color scheme that Snyder was going for, and then Joss Whedon changed.
In a way, yeah. It's more purplish because I can only hit blue and orange mix. So, but I think it worked. It's cold, like the color.
Yeah, the color scheme is colder.
Feel colder,
yes.
Which makes it feel darker, which
Mm-hmm.
makes it feel like, okay, maybe we are in trouble. Where the orange felt like, don't think this is that bad.
Well, I think they did that because that was when Superman was arriving, so, and like the whole, hey, he's back, it's uplifting time.
No.
So to uplift the audience.
I even cut out the Batman themes. Like, I even cut out the part where Batman's like, oh yeah, something's definitely bleeding. I cut out I cut out his smile. I cut out the part where, remember when he's like, Superman comes back, well, I'm glad you didn't bring me back because you liked me or something, and Batman has his hands like,
well, I did not
like you.
I did not like you.
I took that part out too.
Good, that was awkward humor. So much awkward humor
like that.
in that movie.
It seems like those.
Yeah.
Where I hate films like that.
Yeah,
I hate forced comedy.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I didn't like. As great as Marvel is, that's one thing I don't like about it.
But
It's their comedy. That's their number one enemy.
This is why I personally cannot call Justice League a Zack Snyder movie.
It's not a Zack Snyder movie.
It's a Joss Whedon movie.
It is a Joss Whedon movie. It is.
Yeah.
His opening theme, like he tried to do a Watchmen sort of thing. It wasn't as great. It didn't work for me. I get what he was trying to do, but
yeah,
it didn't work. Okay, so moving on from Justice League, they're remaking Watchmen to a TV series. I'm excited for that because
yes, so am I. It's HBO.
It's HBO.
And HBO's a good track record.
They don't make bad films or movies.
TV shows.
Shows. Jesus Christ. They don't make bad.
Yeah.
They haven't had
a bad track record.
They don't make bad shows. The Spawn was on HBO. We talked about that. I
didn't know Keith David was the voice for that. And
Keith David.
And now I'm actually gonna check it out because it looks. I love the animation for it. I love it. It's
just
2D hand-drawn animation.
Yeah, you can just
looks
watch
fantastic.
Yeah, just watch it on YouTube. It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
So Keith David was the Kevin Conroy of Spawn.
From what you said, yes.
Yeah, it's true. It's like his voice just yes. And even Todd McFarlane for the new film was even thinking about having him as a cameo.
That'd be good.
Keith David is so underrated.
Wait, are they making another live-action Spawn?
Yeah, starring Jamie Foxx.
That's a remake.
Yeah.
Because they did the live-action one in the 97. Was it 97? With Michael J. White.
And Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen's dad.
Michael Sheen.
Michael Sheen. No.
Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen, yeah. So, that movie wasn't even that good to begin with.
Yeah.
It wasn't?
No.
Don't defend it.
I wasn't going to defend it.
Okay, I just want to be sure.
I'm just saying.
As much as I like Michael J. White.
He's a talented fighter.
Much like Scott Adkins, a.k.a. my Batman.
But can he act?
He has moments. But he also has an accent. He also has an accent, so I don't know if he could pull off an American accent. That's the problem. But his fighting skills, oh my god.
Yeah, his fighting skills, so have him be the stunt double for John Hamm.
If I was to make my Batman movie.
Or Ben Affleck, or whoever continues to be Batman. Oh, speaking of which, Oscar Isaac is also rumored to be Batman.
So it's Kit Harington. Yep.
If I were to cast him as anything, it'd be Nightwing, and even then, he's probably... No. I wouldn't even cast him. No. Because you know who I would cast instead? Richard Madden.
No.
Really?
I cast, remember Stranger Things? The second season? The bully?
Ooh, yeah. Yep. He was in Power Rangers too. He's the Red Power Ranger.
He's got the ass for the part.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember texting my friend that. I remember because I remember the rumor going around that they were talking about him for like Nightwing, and I literally remembered because they focus on his ass in that show.
Yeah, they do.
Quite a bit, and it's just like Yeah, he has the ass for it because. Okay, totally off topic, but comics wise, there are like you hear a lot about how like female characters are sexualized, and although
If you
a
see
lot
stuff-
although a lot of female characters are sexualized, the most sexualized character in comics history is Nightwing.
Sure. Okay, but have you seen Starfire from the Titans?
Yes.
If you see her comic book version of her outfit,
Yeah.
very
I know,
sexual.
very sexualized.
Very.
But then again, there are also different versions of her outfit too.
There are, too.
There are some that
But now
aren't.
it's
Then,
Nightwing.
but the one that she's known for, in the Red Hood and Outlaws, yeah, it's very skimpy.
Mm. So that's the thing. Like, yeah. Even Wonder Woman's outfit at times was very.
I love her movie outfit.
I know.
It's armor. It's great.
I love to. Anyway, staying on track. Where were we? So yeah,
Spawn. Watchmen and
Spawn.
Spawn.
Spawn. I'm excited for this movie because Tom McFarlane, if he is writing and directing this movie,
Yeah.
I'm in because I loved his HBO film, which he did great. He did
Yeah.
great. So yeah, I'm ready for that.
And then yeah, HBO. I don't think they started casting for it, but I'm excited for that because I love Watchmen, and I don't know if they're I don't know if they're using the. I don't know if they're using the comedian. I don't know if they're using the same characters. I think they're doing different characters.
Isn't there only like one Watchmen storyline?
Yeah, so it might be different.
It depends what they do. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I would love to see is I want to see, like, how is this going to be different from the movie? Is it going to be the same? Is it going to be an extended version?
But that's why I'm thinking it might be different characters because I don't know if
I don't know.
because I don't know if they're using the comedian. I don't know if they're using Rorschach. I don't know if they're using Silk Spectre.
Unless they're going to go like timeline wise, where they start with
Because there had to have been more heroes than those guys.
unless they start with go timeline wise, like they start with Silk Spectre, comedian, like before Dawn of Manhattan,
Yeah.
like those guys. Okay, I have to talk about this. The Watchmen opening is without a doubt
One of the best movie openings of all time.
For me, the greatest.
The greatest?
I love that opening. It just
Yeah, it's
sets
really good. It sets the
everything
tone.
up.
It sets the tone, sets everything up.
The music alone, like I've tried, like that music alone is just like it's perfect.
And even like the tie-ins, like
Like
how it shows Owlman saving the Waynes.
yeah.
Or no, Owlman, sorry, Night Owl.
The two girls kissing.
Night
each other
Owl
on-
saving the Waynes.
Two
Yeah.
girls kissing each other on the street after World War II, I think.
Yes.
And then one of the heroes going to a psych ward because
Yeah.
he's crazy because
Mhm.
he's a hero or whatever. He dressed up. It really shows like times are changing, like the sun sets.
Exactly.
Times they are changing. So, it just like the politics of it, the story of it, like when the girl puts the flower on the gun. And
Yeah, it was
fires.
perfect. Yeah.
So yeah, like that opening just yes. If I saw that if I walked in on that opening, I would stare. I would not move, even if I was late to class. If someone had it up, I'd just watch it because it's just so
Yeah.
good.
There's one thing I've always wanted, like, I've always wanted to be able to, like, I think it would be kind of hilarious to be done if, like, you know those times when you're sitting in the theater and you're like, you see a scene that you're just like, I just want to rewatch that again. You wish you could rewind it, but you can't.
So the Darth Vader scene.
Kind of like that, but I would do that with the Watchmen opening.
That's
Just over and over again, just like can we just like going up to like where like the film reel is or somewhere where the projector is,
Or
and be like,
it's
can we
watching-
rewind
you're
that
watching theater, like,
to that part,
you're like,
and then again,
wait.
and then again.
what just happened? Oh, it's over. No.
No.
You open
Rewind
the door.
that.
Just open the door. Rewind it. Which part? That part.
That part.
What's
You-
that part? You know what I'm talking about. Like it just Zack Snyder always has had those types of openings. I think 300 has something like that. I think. I never watched 300. I need to watch 300.
You haven't seen it?
No, I need to watch it. I watched a show called Spartacus.
Okay, yeah.
Heavily, the fight scenes, like every fight scene has slow motion.
Yeah.
I think it's heavily based off of.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's definitely inspired by that because it's not in the same universe, but like it's Sparta.
Gladiators. It's
I think it's because it was made around the time when that
It
was
was.
popular, so they're like, oh, we're going with this style.
It wasn't. Actually, no. It was made in 2010, I think.
Okay, so a few years after.
2011. I don't know. Anyway, so
Yeah.
It's not. So that show is a reboot of the Spartacus movie, the original.
Yes,
Like,
it would be.
when the slave
It
stand
would
up,
be.
I
It would
am
be.
Spartacus.
Yes, it'd be a remake.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
TV adaptation remake. Yes.
See, I'm still confused with reboots and remakes at this point.
It's hard when it's harder when it's transitioning from movie to TV.
It is, yeah.
Because it's like TV, you know, it's gonna be
Like
longer and stuff like that.
Like
so.
a reboot would be there was a Will It Grace. That's a not a
No,
reboot,
that's a
a
sequel.
There was
That's
a show,
continuation.
There was a show that was on a while ago, but it was rebooted. It wasn't Roseanne, it wasn't Will and Grace, it was
Full House.
Fuller House, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, actually, is that a continuation or is that a reboot?
that's continuation.
Okay.
But it's like flash forward.
Anyway, that's a
That's a remake.
and it was successful. See, so there is proof that if done right,
Yeah,
remakes can be good.
remakes can be good. You just have to do good with casting. And Bill Skarsgård.
I'm excited for the second
Yeah.
one because they got James McAvoy.
Oh yeah, now it's a time jump, and I think it's the
It's the adults. I
It's
guess.
the adults versions.
Yeah.
So you have Jessica Chastain.
I was. She's
She's the redhead.
She's obviously the only girl in that.
Yeah.
I'm glad Bill
Skarsgård, yeah.
I'm glad he's coming back because he's
Yeah.
phenomenal in that role.
Mhm.
That's an Oscar-worthy film right there. That's an Oscar-worthy role
Performance?
right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a film, but role. Yeah. James McAvoy. Bill Hader is
Okay,
going
yeah.
to be in it. I can't remember the other names. There's some underrated actors and some famous actors. That's all I
Okay.
know. I would love them. It would be funny if they used all A-list actors, but I guess they
Mhm.
had to try and make
Yeah.
them look like the characters. So, so I'm excited for that. I haven't watched the first one because I'm terrified of horror movies.
Yeah,
Oh.
I've seen like clips of it. Like Tim Curry is from what I have heard, Tim Curry is the only thing worthy of praise in the TV movie version.
I tried watching it. It's dumb.
Yeah.
Like it's dumb.
Yeah.
Like the only thing good, is Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
it doesn't work. Maybe because of our age.
I don't know. I
Or-
think it was the way back then too.
Yeah. Actually, if we're talking about horror, look at all the horror movies that have been remade.
Yeah, Halloween.
Poltergeist.
Yeah, Poltergeist.
Nightmare on Elm Street. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I'm still
yeah.
waiting for Friday the 13th. The last Friday the 13th we had was a few years back.
Mhm.
Shit. I'm waiting for them to bring Jason Voorhees back. Because he is now underrated in my opinion.
Jason Voorhees.
Actually, no, he can never be underrated. I just want, because if they brought Michael back,
I
they
mean,
need to bring
they
Jason back.
just did the Friday the 13th game, so
They need to bring him back. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I want. I'm waiting for Leatherface to come back too.
yeah, Leatherface.
Proper Chainsaw Massacre. I'm talking about I'm thinking of horror icons right now.
Yeah.
You can't actually. I don't think you could do that today. You could not make a horror icon today.
They already did. I mean, okay. Well, I mean, the last one I can think of is Saw.
That was a few years back though.
That was a few years back, though.
I'm
So I
talking
guess
about- I'm talking
it's
about
like
this age.
This age.
They tried to do it once with the movie called The Gallows.
Yeah.
Didn't
I
work.
can't think of it.
That didn't work out well at all.
Yeah, I can't think of
They can't-
any.
Because that's the thing. People can't think of original things anymore. So they reboot things and they
Mhm.
just copy and paste in a way. Like I guarantee if they tried, they could make a new horror icon almost as terrifying as Jason, as stalking as Jason, as terrifying as Leatherface,
Mhm.
as psycho as Michael,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think it's just those three. Am I missing one more? As
You guys are
Nightmares.
Freddy, right?
Yeah, it's Freddy. As Nightmares Freddy. As Nightmarish as Freddy.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It was just on my mind. It was just on my mind. Damn it.
Are you thinking of another icon or?
In a way, yeah, it was. Oh fuck! It was on my mind.
Wait, are you thinking of another icon that's already been done, or are you trying to think of an icon that you want
An
to do?
icon that I feel like needs to come back.
Oh, an icon
Jason's
needs to come
one.
back. Hey, Jason's one.
Michael's coming back, so that's good.
Let's see. Geez.
Actually, they did remake Halloween a few years back.
Yeah.
They changed. It was start. I don't know who it was. I don't know who the guys are.
Yeah.
But
they're making a new one that's coming out.
But this one,
soon.
but the new one is connected to the original.
Yes.
So these supposed two films that came
Yeah,
out.
because Jamie Lee Curtis is in it.
Yeah. So these films that happened a few years ago.
They don't count.
They don't
yes.
count. They never existed.
Yeah, so this is the true
This
sequel.
is a true sequel to the original Halloween.
Yes.
So like Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I mean, if you count, I mean, I don't know if you count it. Like this, like from my understanding, have you seen the movie? It just came out recently. It was Guillermo del Toro's last film, Shape of Water. You could argue that was a creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, a creature that a woman loved deeply.
It was a good movie.
Was it a good movie?
I mean, I liked it.
Was it a good movie?
I liked it, but
To certain parts.
two certain parts.
To certain parts that didn't need to be in there.
Are you talking about the opening scene specifically?
What was the opening scene?
Where she's like, I
Maybe.
don't know, are we allowed to talk about this on camera?
Wait, it was the opening scene when that happened?
Which one are you talking about? Where she's in the tub?
No, I'm talking about the scene. Oh, is that the scene where she's?
Mm-hmm. That's the opening scene, I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
What scene are you referring to?
Referring to fish sex.
Oh, that one. I mean, okay, that was one of the scenes, yeah. I mean, it's a love story.
But
I mean, you definitely could have had it without the fish sex. You could have just had like more like them bonding and have like still a love. Like you could have done like was it I know we keep going back to superheroes, but have you seen Justice League Crisis of Two Earths?
I've seen clips.
Okay, there's one clip where if you haven't seen it, spoilers. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it then.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I think I've seen enough clips. So.
It's regarding Rose Wilson and Martian Manhunter.
Mm.
And they're discussing the different ways that races can communicate love and affection.
Right.
And so Rose Wilson, she's human. So as humans, we show our love and affection by kissing.
Yeah.
And so she kisses him, and what he does is he puts his head like on hers, so like they kind of connect heads in a sense.
And that's how they meet.
And it's almost like a connecting. It's more like a connecting of the minds, and they both show each other their lives and what they've gone through in their lives.
Okay.
So it's almost like an more emotional connection.
Okay, I see.
So they could have done it in that way, where like they could have done it in a different. They could have shown the love and affection in a different sense. I can understand from that point, but as a human, she's a human. Like her way of showing affection and concern, he can't really. He can't really speak English.
Mm.
So
Are
like.
we back to Ship of Water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She uses her way of showing affection to propel that scenario, I guess.
Hmm. So, I'm tempted to watch that film, but like.
It is a good film, and it's honestly like from a technical standpoint, it's brilliant. It's breathtaking.
I'll tell
from
you.
a technical
I'll tell you
standpoint.
one of the most underrated. My favorite underrated movie, The Nice Guys.
Yes, that
is an underrated movie.
If like when did the movie come out? 2016, 2017?
16, yeah.
That was my favorite movie that year.
Nice. It's so underrated.
Yeah.
Like Ryan Gosling and
Russell
Crowe
perfect
are
chemistry.
hilarious.
And something that I find so rare in movies, and this movie gave me, was a good child actor. Angoy Rice.
Oh yeah, she was good.
She played his Ryan Gosling's daughter.
When it comes to
perfect.
When it comes to child acters, I want to beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, they're annoying.
I'll tell you the most.
Like that's why I like Stranger Things so much, is because all of them are good.
All
All of them are good.
There's a few times where it's like really. really.
Well, yeah, but that's more character decisions and writing.
That's fine. Like
The performances themselves are fine. They're
like
good.
one of the brilliant things they did with Stranger Things was Steve's character.
He goes from like
But hateable to lovable. Hateable to lovable.
Wasn't just that. He goes from least likable character to most likable character.
Yeah, my favorite character indeed.
Yes, same.
Like yes.
Like dad Uncle Steve is the best.
Babysitter Steve.
Babysitter Steve is the best.
Anyway, so back on track. Like we could go on and on about these films because it's just like they're so.
Actually, I guess you consider.
much
I
to
guess
talk
you.
about.
I guess you do have a horror icon.
I have horror.
No, like you're talking about a modern horror icon.
Oh, the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But I'm talking about like slasher in a way.
Yeah.
Because actually, when you look at like if you want to think of horror monsters, like
Yeah.
you think of Dracula. Like that's a big one.
Yeah, Dracula, Frankenstein's monster.
Frankenstein's monster. I think that's we can't say Werewolf Man because Werewolf has
The Wolf Man, yeah.
Because that's
Um,
at this point I think
Alien.
yeah.
Alien Predator. There you go.
And Predator. I'll be honest, Predator is my favorite alien species.
Actually, they're making a new Predator movie, so that's coming back with Shane Black directing. So there you go, another horror icon coming back.
It already came out.
Did it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Sucked.
Okay.
Justin,
Where have I been the past
Justin
10
liked,
years?
Justin liked it, but there's sort of, like but you have to accept CGI for what it is. Like that's the most part people like to complain about. Like the tall predator, it's
Yeah.
obviously CGI. You have to accept.
Actually, you could easily do Predator in a, like.
You could, but like.
I mean, if you did it with Lord of the Rings and the Force, you could easily do it with.
But if they're gonna.
Practical effects.
Okay, they could, but I'm saying what is.
They
So
use CGI
although
for 'em.
CGI is bad, you have to accept what it is. Like it may not be perfect, but it looks
Yeah.
pretty good. Like Venom, I like how he looks right now. I'm fine
he looks
if
okay.
he looks like that.
He looks closer to the comics than he did in
Exactly. He
Spider-Man
looks
3.
direct like the comic. There was a clip that came out with Venom. Yes, he looks like Venom. I just want him to look like Venom, and he does. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
In a way, that's a remake of.
That's a reboot, yeah, or
of,
reboot.
What do you call him? What's his name? Eric Ford.
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace, yeah.
Yeah, that's a remake. That's a reboot.
Reboot of Topher. Yeah.
That's a reboot of Topher Grace.
I do not want them to touch the '70s show. I want them to leave that alone.
They technically
No.
did touch it when they made that '80s show, but I
They made
guess
an
that
80s
was a sequel.
Wait, they made an '80s show? Same characters?
Different characters, but still
In the '80s though.
in the '80s.
No, see, if I was to bring it back,
I wouldn't do it.
no,
Because here's the thing though, what made that show good was
'70s.
no, I was gonna say Red
Okay.
Foreman.
Oh, 100%.
You can't have it without Kurtwood Smith. You can't have that show without Kurtwood Smith.
Actually,
like
there's a
him and Topher Grace, like have one of the best father-son relationships I've ever seen on TV.
Yeah,
It's so good.
They're on Ashton Kutcher,
Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis,
the redhead's name.
Laura Pepperon. Laura Pepperon.
like,
Lauren Pepperon or something
It's
like
like you got Hyde, who was your druggie, in a way.
Yeah. Oh, he was. No,
Gothic.
he was the druggie.
Kelso, Ashton Kutcher
Kelso
was the dumb
idiot, which is kind of hilarious because he was the smart one when they were kids.
Jackie, Mila Kunis'
Mila
character
Kunis,
was
yeah.
the pretty valley
The
girl.
ditz, yeah.
Donna's character was the
The
stand-up,
smart, yeah, the stand-up,
feminist.
strong.
Eric was the puny weakling human.
And then there was Fez.
And then there was Fez, who was the foreigner.
The foreign exchange
The foreign
student.
student.
Actually, that's what Fez stands for.
Really?
Foreign exchange student, yeah.
So basically, yeah. So, and then you had Red Foreman, who was just undoubtedly
The
the
best.
best thing about that show.
I liked Kitty too.
Kitty. Yeah.
Kitty was good. She had some funny moments.
Yeah, she was good. Like, did you hear? And then a few years ago, the one who played the sister passed away. I guess.
Yeah, drug
overdose.
related. Yep.
So that's a shame. They replaced her in
There
the
were
show.
there were two sis. There
Yeah, they
there were
replaced her in
two
the
actors
show.
who played. Yeah.
She didn't. Yeah, so that was like. I didn't clue in until I did research upon it. Like I watched the show first before I knew anything.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Wait, is that the sister? Why they replaced her?
Yeah.
Then I found, oh.
Yeah.
Like wow, that happened.
I think they replaced, because she did. I don't think she died till way after the show.
She
was
died
done.
after the show. She was.
Like I think
Like,
she was in rehab. I think she was going to rehab.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
think
why
they,
they.
I think they fired her, or she just had to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the '70s show is without a doubt one of the best comedy shows I've ever watched. 100 times better than Big Bang Theory. 100
I
times.
think everyone on this planet, sans Big Bang Theory fans and Young Sheldon fans, can agree on that.
See, Young Sheldon, why does that show exist?
You know why? Because
Why?
Sheldon.
I know, but fuck. Like, fuck. It's not even.
Yeah,
It's not even a sitcom. It's an actual drama show. Like, I get what they were going for, but it doesn't.
I don't.
They were trying to do a backstory, but make it feel a little bit more serious.
No. I get it from that standpoint. I don't get why anyone thought it was a good idea to make that show. I don't get it.
I did like Big Bang Theory, but I would go back
I
and
li-
watch
I-
season
yeah.
1 and
Season 1 and
6.
2. What?
Really?
What?
Just 1 and 2? That's all you go for?
Oh, you said 1 to 6?
I watch 1. Yes, to 1 to 6. Actually,
Well, yeah.
after the season where how his mother died, I stopped watching. That's where I stopped.
Well, I stopped. Well, I say 1 and 2 specifically because I stopped watching around season 3.
Mm.
So I'm like, by then I was already kind of tired of it.
See, I don't like.
And I think here's the problem with Raj's character.
I don't like Raj.
Here's the thing with Raj's character, and I'll say this: there is one thing I will say they did with that show that was kind of interesting in a sense, but I think it might have been accidental and not on purpose, and that's why it's interesting. Okay, because Raj's character
Could not speak to women.
he could not speak to women, and you kind of feel bad for him. And then you realize maybe he couldn't, then you realize that when he's able to talk to women, he is a total dick.
Yeah.
And then when he finally gets the confidence, because he eventually has
Yeah, he does get
girlfriend and
the
stuff like that, you realize that, oh, he's actually a dick.
See-
But it's strange because the person that you're it fixes it on like the character you're supposed to hate, which is Howard Wolowitz. However, later down the line, he actually becomes the only character
becomes my favorite character.
because he's the only character that's actually interesting.
He's the character. Yeah, he has the most character development actually.
He has the most character development. He's actually entertaining. And Leonard's boring. He's always been
Oh,
boring.
I never liked
and
Leonard.
Sheldon is just annoying.
Yeah, like people like Jim Parsons.
He's a
is
good actor. He's a good actor.
He does a good job as Sheldon,
But
the
he-
character that he's playing as, it's not.
And you know why? Because they focus so much effort. Because they're like, we didn't bank on Sheldon. Sheldon's popular, so put all the focus on Sheldon.
Yep.
That's what happened.
I started to dislike the season more and more after Amy Burnett and all them came. Amy Burnett happened. I don't like Burnett.
I liked Amy.
Amy's okay to a point, but it's just.
Like, I was fine with Amy. Like, I just kind of got burned on Sheldon.
Yeah, Sheldon.
Sheldon started to annoy me.
See, the thing about the
And Raj.
the thing
Raj
about the
just pissed me
70s
off.
show is that these characters were all likable. You can almost relate to them. At least I can, because I
Yeah.
know people like that from the 70s.
Exactly.
Where I don't know people like Sheldon, like Leonard, like Howard, like Raj. Like I don't know.
I know people
these.
like Leonard. I don't know people like Sheldon. I don't know people like
Well,
Raj.
Leonard, I feel like Leonard's more the normal.
He's the normal one.
So in a way you can.
Yeah, he's very laid back. So yeah, he's very easy to see.
So when I think of the 70s show, like one thing, like Red Ford reminded me of my father.
Yes.
Eric Foreman reminded me of me in that situation.
Yeah.
Hyde reminded me of my brother because he's always
Yeah.
relaxed, he's always chill, even though. Donna reminded me of one friend at school I used to have. She's now at Western. She was almost exactly like Donna, like
Yeah.
just stand up for herself and stuff. And then Jackie, I didn't know anyone like Jackie. Kelso.
Good. I don't know how you were able to live for yourself. She was annoying.
Kelso was probably a guy who had brain damage from playing hockey. So yeah, like because there was this one guy in my class who was like he was just like nerd kid in class, like he was a smart kid. So like one day I was doing like an auto mechanic class. So this kid, I just have to tell this real story. It's just because it was funny. Like this hockey player, like he's mocking this one kid, but this nerd, like he's defending himself. He's like, well, I'm still smarter than you. Then the hockey guy's like, this is his response. Well, I can deck you at hockey. I'm literally staring at him across the room. That's your fucking response. You just proved him right.
Yeah.
I literally was like, I'm holding in my fucking laugh. The guy beside me is looking at him, trying to hold in his.
Yeah.
His friend beside him was staring at him. He just had his head on the table.
Yeah.
And the
so
nerve. And it's just like it's one of the funniest.
It's one of those
real
like
responses I've ever fucking heard.
It's like one of those like, it's like one of those like responses you hear out of like TV shows and movies where
That's
it's like
exactly
you're stupid. Yeah, well you're stupid.
That's
like
that's what it was. Like I'm smarter than you. I can deck you at hockey. Boy.
What? You just proved his point.
Like it's the one funniest responses I've heard because it's just so like wow.
How did the other dude respond? Did he just walk away?
He didn't even acknowledge. I don't
Good. You're just like.
I think he clued in afterwards because after he said it, I saw him lean back like. So like I think he started to realize it, but like oh my god, it was just one of the funniest things I've heard. And the teacher wasn't there, but I don't know. I think he would have.
He probably would have been
like it's just fuck.
He probably would have went to. He probably would have turned to like the hockey player and be like, "Shut up, eat your French fries. Just shut up."
I think it was.
Shut up and sit down.
He was in like a Ryan Robertson, just like.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, I had to talk about that because it's funny. But anyways, like yeah. So 70s show. I would watch that show 100 times over more than Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
More than How I Met Your Mother is actually a good show.
Yeah.
They're now doing a How I Met Your Father.
Yeah. How I Met Your Mother. Up until the last episode / last few episodes, I liked.
The last season is bullshit.
Yeah, I agree. But up until then, good show. It's like but even then, like
the final...
hold on. Sorry. Go. You go.
I'm gonna rant soon, so go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say this. You know what? This is actually perfect that you brought. This is actually perfect that you brought up Big Bang Theory and How I Met Your Mother and stuff like that. Because I've been saying this for the past few years. Those shows are actually kind of like remakes. You have How I Met Your Mother, which is basically the new Friends.
Yeah.
You have Big Bang Theory, which is another Chuck Lorre show, so that's pretty much just 2.5 Men again.
Well, completely opposite from 2.5 Men, actually.
Well, yeah, but like it's Chuck Lorre again. It's same humor, same shit.
2.5 Men was actually a funny show. It was actually a funny show before.
When he was still a kid, when the kid was still a kid.
Before Ashton Kutcher.
Kind of.
Let's just go with it.
Before
Ashton Kutcher.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Then you have Community, which is the new Seinfeld. It's where Seinfeld was a show about
I see.
Nothing. It's kind of like Community kind of has a certain like sense where it's like a group of friends who shit on everybody else, which is what Seinfeld was based off of.
And here's a big one: Parks and Recreation, The Office.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing they got hate for that because it was exactly The Office.
Well, not just that, but like the first season
is bad. I'm trying to watch
just like the first season of The Office, kind of. In a sense.
I like the first season.
I will say this: the first season of The Office is better than the first season of Parks and Rec.
I'm trying to watch Parks and Rec, but I can't. The first season, so I'm only
get past the first season. After that, it's brilliant. It's so brilliant.
Okay, I'm gonna
that was me with The Office. I had to power through the first season to get to the good stuff. That's the same with Parks and Rec. If you powered through that first season, you will.
Yeah, it was hard.
You will not You will not regret it.
I know. I was like that with The Office too. Like maybe this show isn't for me. Maybe I'm not ready. I got to the second season. Holy fuck! I'm glad I kept watching it.
But you know why the first season? Like the first season is different than the other ones. The first season is based off. It's trying to do British humor.
Yeah. Even Michael's hair back then was more complex.
It's different, and he acts totally different. In the first season. In the first season than he does in the second season. He's different.
Is he?
He's a little different.
No, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna rant now. I have to talk about the.
But like,
Office.
do you understand like?
Yeah. Like I
Like, because you have How I Met Your Mother, which is about a group of friends who date within each other, and stuff like that. You have you have Community, which is Seinfeld, because it's a bunch of it's a group who hates on everybody around them and stuff like that. Then you have.
But see, these are things that are done right. They're not exactly.
I'm not saying they're done wrong. I'm just saying.
No,
like,
I'm saying I'm
yeah.
not saying like they're done right.
Yeah.
They're not taking the original story
Oh,
and shitting on it.
exception with Big Bang Theory, of course.
Big Bang Theory. I don't know what Big Bang Theory is at this point. I almost thought Big Bang Theory, Community.
No.
I almost thought the same.
Okay. Here's the thing, though. You could argue that because they're both shows about nerds.
Yeah.
However,
Mostly because of
however, you could also argue, like, this is something I saw in an article, and I can kind of see the point. Whereas, Community is a celebration of nerdness and weirdness, because it's like they're not trying to change the characters, they're like embracing it's like about embracing your weirdness. Whereas like in Big Bang Theory, it's almost like we have these nerdy characters, but throughout the series we're gonna try to make them more normal and show them how the weirdness is kind of laughable.
Except for Ovid, which they completely changed. They made him exact opposite of normal.
That's what I'm saying. Embracing the weirdness, because everyone around him started becoming more weird. And did you notice that Joel McHale's character, he started getting more weird, and even Troy in the first season was
a football player
they originally wrote as the best friend for Chevy Chase's character.
Yeah.
But guess what happened?
I think he stayed the same.
Yeah. Season. Oh, he definitely did. But Troy's character was originally written to be the best friend of Chevy Chase's character, of Pierce.
Yeah.
But they saw offset how good chemistry that
Donald
Glover and Danny Pudi had.
Yeah.
So they brought them together. And so the show is about embracing the weirdness, embracing yourself and who you are.
Yeah,
and I love that.
Like, the show is good. I hated the 4th season.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did.
The last 2 seasons, I think, I hated.
There is one saving grace with that season. I'm pretty sure it's season 4. Brie Larson. She's in it for one or 2 episodes, and that is one of the best episodes of the season, because her like chemistry with Danny Pudi is so good.
They did bring Keith David into the season.
Yes, they did.
Which is like one of the reasons I stayed.
Yeah, and then they brought Angela.
They brought Jonathan.
Angela. Damn, what's her name? Pamela Brewster.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And they brought Jonathan Banks in.
Jonathan Banks,
back.
yeah.
So yeah, I would stay for that. That show, like, it had a good run, but like, it didn't. It fell.
It ended on a good note.
Yes.
The final episode was good.
I do need to try and watch the final seasons, but I have no.
The finale is really good.
I have no interest right now to watch it because I'm watching other stuff right now.
Yeah, so am I.
So, anyways. Okay, so I got a rant about How I Met Your Mother, the finale.
Here we go. Okay, 5. Because this is gonna be all How I Met Your Mother probably for the rest of the thing.
Yeah. Okay. After this, we're probably gonna wrap it up.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rant.
What the fuck?
Those are the right words.
What was that?
Those are the right words.
What was this finale? It was the most bullshit thing I've ever seen.
I agree.
Not only did it shit on
agree.
season 9, it shit on half season 8 as well. Robin and Barney get divorced was the stupidest thing they could ever make.
They were the best. No, because
they were the best. I'm ranting right now.
Sorry, go.
They were the best.
I would agree with you, goddammit.
They were not the best couple of the show. Obviously, Marshall and Liv, they were the best couple of that show. But why?
But they were a better couple than Ted and
anything
and
was better than couple of Ted and Robin. Anyone. Ted and Robin was so forced in that finale that it pissed me off. I hated it. I don't even like Robin's character, to be honest. I don't like her. So this just made me not like her even more.
Okay.
But this finale, not only like it almost like a huge character development for Barney. He was gonna be a married man. He was gonna have a child and everything. He was gonna be a father. Like he was gonna be something that his dad never. He was gonna be there for his dad. He was gonna be completely opposite of his father, and he was gonna be there for his children.
Yes.
No.
At the window.
That's not what
we're
doing.
Out the window.
Back to his original self. We're not doing that. It completely shat on whatever season 9 was and whatever Barney was going through at the time.
Yeah. Also, let's set up the meeting of this mother for 9 fucking seasons.
I'm getting to that. Give me a minute.
9 fucking seasons.
Give me a minute. I'm getting to
Go.
And then not only was this, not only did Marshall and Lily, like I had no problem with Lily this season. She was probably one of her best parts of the season. It's probably like her being mad with Marshall, I kind of get. At the same time, like I don't get at the same time. I get or don't get at the same time. If you get what I mean.
Sure.
Like she was mad at him because he took a job to be like a judge.
Yes.
But they had plans to go to Italy, and he accepted the job without telling her.
That makes sense. That makes sense for her to be mad at because it was like that because it was supposed to be a couple decision.
It was, but at the same time, they needed a direct answer.
Exactly.
So I think she would understand that. But I didn't mind it because it did create. I did like
The tension.
The tension between it. I did like when they had their argument. Like I'd like that.
Because there was something that you didn't see between Marshall and Leon.
No, like when she said you broke up with me and moved to San Francisco. That was a good point. Like
Yeah.
she had a point. Like
Yeah.
like. So that like Marshall's character was one of the. It's like my ultimate favorite character.
Marshall and Lily are my 2 favorite characters of that show.
One thing I don't like about Robin is how she tries too hard for herself, or not too hard for herself. Tries to be better than the rest. I want to say like she's. Like I get she likes
She
to bring
sees
up,
herself as better than everybody else. Is that what you're
in a
saying?
way like her being Canadian. She's like all this like she's like she holds like she knows how to hunt. She knows how to fight and all that, like because she's a born Canadian and all that, like
Okay.
because her dad tried to raise her as a
Yeah.
as a guy or whatever. Something about no, but there was something about Robin that never made me.
It never clicked with you?
No, just it didn't. I did like her when the proposal episode happened when Barney like wrote like the steps for
Yeah.
the proposal.
That was great. That was great.
Because not only like the whole season like oh he's with this other girl now instead of Robin, but it turns out no, it was a whole lie.
It
So
was
he
a
proposed to
whole
lie.
setup.
And then they're gonna get married. And then they do get married. It's like oh they finally got married. Good for them. So now what's gonna happen?
That should have been the end. That should have been the end of it. They got married, and then Barney because one of the whole things was but one of the whole things was that Barney was the one. What I think is Barney should have been the one to introduce Ted to the mother.
In a way, he did. Like when he said
Yeah.
he went up to the band member to the mother, and said like, "Are you still seeing that guy?" Then he clicked in like, "Great Scott!" And
Yeah.
then he went over to Ted.
Like that would have been because that would have been the perfect like I owe you one moment.
Yeah, like
Because Ted gave up his feelings for Robin.
Yeah, there was an episode where
because so Barney could have.
there was a whole episode.
So Barney can have
There
her.
was an episode dedicated to that where he's like, "You know what? I'm done with Robin." He let her go like a balloon. That's
Yeah.
what it was symbolizing. Like
Yeah.
he lost a balloon as a kid. He gave up on it. He's
Yeah.
gotta let Robin go like
Yeah.
a balloon. He gave up on it.
They should have had a like reversal of situations there where it was like Barney setting that up for Ted
Yeah, but anyway.
because he would have been the best man.
Anyways, back to where I was.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. This is good because the fucking finale.
You know what? This is perfect because this is a setup for remaking / rebooting that fucking
The thing is,
finale.
the series was actually they did in a way remade the finale.
Wait, the alternate one was good.
We'll talk.
The alternate one's good.
I'm getting to that. Anyways, no, like the ninth season, like I thought I was going. Like they go, the whole season takes place at this rehearsal dinner with Thor thing, where their wedding's gonna be held.
The wedding. Yeah, the wedding.
And we
reception
basically have
stuff like that,
flashbacks of them at the bar. Like the bar was like their key location.
Mhm.
I did like how they bring memories, like they go back, like say, what happened to this girl, like blah blah, whatever her name was.
Mhm.
What happened to the guy behind the bartender? He now has a son.
Yep.
Whatever happened to, like there was like they all went back to these characters from all the older episodes. Like that was a good touch. I like that. One of my favorite episodes is when one of my favorite episodes was probably Slapsgiving.
All the Slapsgivings
All
were
the
great.
Slapsgiving good. This season was not good
Mhm.
with the Slapsgiving, like the whole China thing. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like no, that's not. I didn't find it funny. Like okay, there was a few things I found funny, but like it didn't work.
Mhm.
I felt like they tried too hard because of the final slap or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is the final slap.
It
So.
was, yeah, but it didn't stand out for me. And then so I thought, and then Ted giving up on Robin finally, for fuck's sake, was a good touch. And then, as you said, like Barney introduces him to the mother when he goes to the train.
That should have how they did. That should have been how they did
I like
it.
the idea at the train station where they run to him.
So do I. So do I. Yeah.
Sort of like it's like a Destiny sort of thing. I didn't like. Okay, I'm getting.
Especially with the whole umbrella, that was good.
The umbrella thing was good. Like I like how he knows her because of that umbrella. He's like.
I love the recall that situation where he's like, I lost on St. Patrick's Day. On St. Patrick's Day, it's like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, good. Like I lost this on St. Patrick's Day. No, the St. Patrick's.
Also like the TM, Ted Mosby, Tracy Morgan. That was good. That was a good touch.
And then it was good. And then so that scene was good. And then we go flash forward to them. They're actually together now. They're in a house. They're moved in. Shit. Barney, back to his old ways. Robin, still Robin, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, it's true. Robin really didn't change much throughout the series.
No, she didn't really. Lily didn't change all that much too.
However, she did go through. I mean, like, yeah, she didn't change much.
There was a few characters.
Barney again got the most character development.
Barney got the most character development until we threw it away.
Yeah.
Then he went back to his old self.
Yeah, and you can say the same with Ted too. Ted was kind of changing because Ted changed from someone who believed in fate and someone who wanted like everything, like who was all about love and fantasy and fate.
All about destiny.
And then he switched like halfway through the season to someone who was like, no, I just care about dating, and I just want to date and not date, but like I just want like I don't care about that anymore. But then he goes back because I forget the reason why. Like was it Lily? Was it Lily who?
I think Lily
inspired him again?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lily inspired him again, and then he changed back.
Yeah. There was an episode.
So you have that 360, which is good, which is what Ted needed.
One of the best episodes of that season was the mother episode, where it's like how I met your father, how your mother met me.
Yes, that was a good one.
Where it was how the mother came to know Marshall and all that, like how.
Yeah, how she met Lily on the train. That was good.
Yeah, so I thought that was good. And then they even showed her meeting Robin. So Ted was like the last person she met. I kind of like that idea. She met
so did I,
She met Barney, she met Robin, she met all these friends first, and Ted was the final person.
Ted was the final person.
Idea. So when they finally meet at the train station, I thought that was a good touch, even though it was like the last second of the finale. So they go over. So they go over. They're at a house. They buy a house. I meant like the one that Ted was renovating throughout the season, sort of thing. And then. So they're in the house, they're together. Robin, now divorced to Barney, is now crushing that she should have been with Ted. I want to smack the shit out of her there.
So do I. Yeah.
And then, so we go on. We montage that they're together, they're happy, until turns out she's sick and dying.
Yeah.
So.
Which could have been effective if they met the mother earlier, way earlier in the series, like maybe season 5.
I'm glad they waited for the final season, sure.
No, but I'm saying the death. The death would have been effective if they showed her way earlier.
Like they hinted at it.
Yes, if they hinted, if it was like a flash forward, they had kids already and stuff like that, and they lived together, and then they were hinting at her getting sick. That could have been effective then. But to have them, we're gonna set up 9 fucking seasons, and then kill her off in the season that we introduce her, right after we introduce her. It's like a giant middle finger to the whole audience.
That's exactly what it is. Like, that's exactly what it is. Like, as soon as they said you got sick, I was like, don't you fucking dare. And it turns out...
I mean, they did hint at it. I don't know if it was in the same season or if it was in earlier, if it was season 8, when he goes to meet her. He's like, I'm gonna meet you we're gonna meet in 45 days, but I want those extra 45 days. That could have been the setup. That was the only setup.
But I didn't like it either.
Until that, before that.
I wouldn't have liked it either way, because I don't like the idea that the mother's dying. Because either way, that's those shits on the film. Like, why are you telling your kids the story of how they met? Like,
actually, that makes sense. That makes sense if because it makes sense but the kids were also why you in the beginning the kids were also why are you telling us this story? I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah. So it's almost like if the mother was dead, they probably would have been more intrigued. You know, hey, how'd you guys meet? Yeah. Mom never told us.
Because I feel like he's probably telling that story right after the funeral.
And I didn't like how they showed future Ted.
Yeah.
I would have kept what's his name's voice. They in the last episode.
It was
he's from
Full House.
Yeah.
He's from Full House. Yeah.
That guy. So he wasn't in the final episode. It was actual Ted's voice.
I think it was because. It was because you grew up with Ted, so of course they were going to show.
No, because it just doesn't work. Because what's the point of having that voice? You might as well have the original.
You might as well have had that. You might as well have had that. If it was Josh Radnor's Ted telling the story. It should have been his voice the whole time.
It should have been. Then instead, no. It's just. But so that's why I didn't like how they showed older Ted, because older Ted should have just. It shouldn't even been shown. It should have just been a mystery in a way.
Well, they showed it off in the series.
Well, they did show the older Ted in the finale.
No, they showed it way before that too.
Oh yeah, they showed future Barney, future Robin, and so on, so on, so on.
Well, yeah. There are times where like
no, I'm talking.
Like they showed like future Ted multiple times. They showed future Lily multiple times before.
But I would have kept it so like we never saw the real future Ted sort of thing.
Oh,
okay. So that way, in that way, we still have what's his name's voice, Fuller House voice.
Yeah.
Full House. That's
Full House voice.
Full House voice, and that's what the alternate version was. It was his voice narrating like. So I had to get to this situation, go through this situation, get to that situation, then go to this situation to go here, to get to there, to divorce this girl, get dumped by this girl, get dumped by this girl, see this girl, get dumped by this girl, to get to this location to meet your mother.
It was
That's what the alternate version was.
I kind of but now you mention it, I kind of love that you mentioned that because it brings up the whole like. This is how I met your mother. Let me talk about all the other girls I dated before that.
They do make nod to that. I'm like, like my bad, Dad.
My bad, Dad. It's like,
no, but
yes.
I like that. Though. Like when
So
it's like he goes through all these steps. Okay, yeah, that's actually true. You know what?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
Like it makes
you
sense.
You gotta get your heart broken, only to then rebound and come back.
It makes sense that he told the St. Patrick's Day story because that's when that was the connection.
That was one of the closest stories. Yeah.
That was the connection with the umbrella.
But one thing.
And the roommate story was also.
That was a close one.
That was a close one too.
So I would have kept that, but no, they completely throw his voice out. And the whole thing where Ted runs back to Robin with the blue
fucking horn, which they only did because they wanted to make a goddamn reference to season 1.
Yep. No, I wouldn't even have shown that. Like, there's no, like it just.
I would just.
Like that finale was just such a middle finger to the show. It just.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what? Another. You know what? I think they also set that up also earlier in the series too, because there is a moment in the series where I think Robin. It's either Robin or Ted. One of them, like they're both talking to each other, and I think Robin mentions, "Hey, if we're both single when we're 40, that's Mary. That's Mary." And I think they might have been playing at that sense.
No, I think it was a joke. But I think the creator's like, oh, we have that joke. Let's use it.
Yeah.
But no, like it just that finale.
Oh,
so that.
Why couldn't you just have Ted be happy?
Seinfeld's finale wasn't even that bad.
Well, yeah, I will say it pissed me off less.
2.5 Men's finale wasn't that bad. Big Bang Theory's finale, I guarantee, is gonna be bad. Since all sitcoms finales are bad.
How is it gonna end though? Would it just end with them moving out?
I think that's what I think it would be.
Oh no. No, it's probably gonna end with Leonard and Penny's wedding. I think they still have to marry.
No, they got married.
They got married?
They got married. Sheldon was the last one that got married.
Okay, so
I think it's gonna be with Sheldon's kid.
Wait, Rogers isn't married yet, is he? It might end with Rogers. I know, I'm just saying it could end with Rogers' marriage.
No, I think it's gonna be with Sheldon as a kid. And then.
Oh, it's gonna be a complete tie to young Sheldon.
And then we're gonna get like a show Sheldon that's grown as a father figure, and he's gonna be with his young kid, Uncle Leonard and all that crap.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be.
Oh, you mean like flash forward? Okay.
Yeah, like a flash forward. It might be good. I don't know. But either way.
Wait. Are you insinuating that Sheldon names his kid Sheldon?
Could be Sheldon Jr. Or he calls him after his.
Or what if Leonard names his kid Sheldon?
You could call him Stephen for Stephen Hawking.
That would work better. Or Leonard. Actually, no. I can see. Actually, yeah, because I can see Sheldon naming his kid Leonard after Leonard Nimoy,
yeah.
And Leonard his friend.
Oh yeah, that could work too. I'd name him after
So he'd be Leonard.
Leonard Nimoy Cooper.
Yeah, or Leonard whatever.
Who knows? I don't know.
His last name is. He could have two middle names.
But that show should have ended a few years ago, a while ago. So yeah. Okay, I know we were talking about.
I would have changed that whole series, like apart from like maybe season 1, season 2, but
Season
I would do
four-
I would do
season
that I would
three,
do
four,
that
and
I would do that series differently.
3, 4, and 5, and 6 aren't bad.
Yeah,
The
but
other seasons are bad.
yeah.
Okay. I know our topic was reboots and remakes, but we mostly got held up by all these things. But like you said, like How I Met Your Mother is almost like a remake of Friends.
Yeah.
Community is almost a remake of Seinfeld. What else did we talk about? Breaking Bad is almost a remake of The Wire. Almost.
Almost, like in that sense, because like, but the difference is that their focuses are different.
I know. The Wire is one of the greatest shows
Yeah.
ever.
I agree.
Okay.
But like, yeah, like all these shows have very similar things that make them feel like
These
remakes.
There's so many shows that are so good that they do not remake. That's long story short. There are films out there that don't need to be remade. Shows out there that don't need to be remade, and songs out there. Well, songs actually, you know what, songs can pass.
Songs can pass because like a bunch of people already made covers. Like there's a gazillion remakes, if you count covers.
Yeah.
So like like music. I mean music's. There's only one song. Actually no, never mind. It already exists technically. There's one song that I would say that I would never remake. However, it's already been remade a few times. That's Bohemian Rhapsody. But even then,
That's just
if you count
so
if you count covers, and they already exist.
And that's a movie I'm waiting for to see.
So
Bohemian
am I.
Rhapsody.
I
That's
cannot
gonna
wait
be
for
a
that.
good movie.
I cannot wait for that.
Yeah. What's his name from iRobot's gonna.
Yeah, Rami Malek.
Oh, he
And
looks exactly like.
He looks exactly like it.
Right.
And the people doing the singing is Mark Martel, who he's Canadian. Look him up because
He's good.
he not only sounds like Freddie Mercury, he looks like Freddie Mercury.
Okay, so it's not what's his name actually singing.
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
I think it's confirmed. Like I could be
So
wrong.
it's gonna be
Maybe Rami Malek is actually singing,
So it's gonna be voice.
but it might
Okay.
be voice.
Okay.
But from what I've heard, it is going to be Mark Martel doing the voice
Okay.
part for Freddie Mercury, which makes sense because if you're gonna do a Freddie Mercury movie,
Yeah.
I mean his voice is so unique. You kind of have to have a sound alike.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna final say. That was our final say. So long story short about reboots and remakes. If it ain't broke,
Don't fix it.
It's
However,
simple as
if
that.
it's good, we won't complain.
If it's good, we won't complain. Look at it. That's all I'm going with. Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe the new Halloween movie. I don't know. I don't know about that film.
Yeah.
Long story short, any final things you want us to say?
No, I think everything's been said.
Yeah, this is. I don't know how long we were taking for. Hopefully the camera batteries are good. So
I hope so too, because holy shit. I
Holy
feel like
shit.
we've been here for like 3 hours.
Oh my god. Again, I felt like we could have kept talking.
Yeah, so could I, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, we'll definitely do this again unless Justin cancels us. Hopefully he doesn't.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he gives us a chance. Hopefully people watch us.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so.
Thank you for joining us. If you have any suggestions, please tell Justin, because
And-
she's or one of the three. You know.
And
which three
post
I'm
in the
talking about.
comments.
Please post in the comments, please. No trolls. No, what was saying? Of course, you're gonna be here.
Yeah.
No point in stopping
Yeah,
now.
so like if you have any suggestions, I guess, post in the comments.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Cool. All right.
Alright.
Well. Thank you.
Adios. Take care, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.